Grandpa, Happy New Year. When I was on a video call wishing old Master Lu a Happy New Year, his granddaughter, Lu Qingyuan, suddenly appeared behind me wearing nothing but a bath towel. Where are my clothes? Old Master Lu was dumbfounded. I was dumbfounded too. The entire Lu family went crazy. The happy, loving family group chat instantly blew up. Transfer received, 1 million yuan. Transfer received, 7 million yuan. Old Master Lu shouted. The old master has arrived. Move aside, all of you. Transfer received, 50 million yuan. Old Master Lu pretended to be calm on the surface, but couldn't hide his secret joy. Chen is closest to me. Don't you dare try to steal my spot in my grandson-in-law's heart. Chen, spend the money however you like. The family's money is all yours. On the day of my 20th birthday banquet, my sister earnestly advised me, don't run around. Go to the first resting room upstairs. Make sure you stay far away from the VIP resting room. The VIP is resting up there tonight. All right, I'm going. I replied vaguely, and completely forgot about my sisters, warning the moment I turned around. Just as I reached the first resting room on the second floor, I heard voices coming from inside. The one my sister said she prepared just for me. Might not be the first room on this side. The door to the resting room at the end of the hall was slightly ajar. I completely ignored the huge VIP room sign on the door. As I walked over, I tripped over something I couldn't see. My entire body uncontrollably pitched forward. Oh crap, could this be the VIP my sister mentioned? Get up first. Right at that moment, hurried footsteps echoed from the hallway. Nancy ran over, panting heavily, looking nervously at the scene inside the resting room. She quickly stepped forward. Miss Lu, Chen is young and doesn't know any better. He didn't mean to offend you. I apologize on his behalf. It's fine. That simple, breezy, it's fine, made Nancy's hanging heart finally settle down. Then please have a good rest. We won't bother you any longer. After saying that, she quickly dragged me outside. She didn't dare scold me until we were in the elevator. I told you not to go to the VIP room. If you really angered Lu Qingyuan, how could our family bear the consequences? I leaned against the elevator wall, the warmth of the woman's fingers still lingering on my palm. Lu Qingyuan's scent still lingered at the tip of my nose. It turns out that Jing City's legendary cold and ruthless Lu Qingyuan has warm hands too. Meanwhile, in the resting room, Lu Qingyuan stared blankly at her own hand. She looked up out the window, her red lips curling into an almost imperceptible smile. This pampered young master of the Xie family, compared to those playboys I've seen in Jing City, is actually quite a bit more eye-catching. As soon as my sister and I walked into the banquet hall, several probing gazes immediately turned our way. Isn't that the young master of the Xie family? He actually dared to provoke that person. He really has a lot of nerve. Keep your voice down. Didn't you see CEO Xi's face change? He probably offended the VIP. The Xie family is in big trouble now. My parents quickly walked over as well. My mother finally sighed in relief when she saw I wasn't hurt. The couple gave Nancy a questioning look. Nancy shook her head slightly, signaling to talk about it later. Then she led our parents away to entertain the other guests. I had just sat down on the sofa when I heard a voice. Oh? Isn't this the young master of the Xie family? Why are you spacing out here all alone? I heard you went to the VIP room just now. I heard CEO Lu is completely unapproachable. Since you offended her, how come you weren't kicked out? Take your hand off me. Why are you getting so worked up? Am I wrong? The little bit of wealth your Xie family has is absolutely nothing in front of CEO Lu. Before she could even finish her sentence, she was frozen in place by an icy glare. When did Lu Qingyuan come downstairs? Zhao Susu's face instantly drained of color. The surroundings went dead silent. All eyes were focused over here. My parents were so nervous, their palms were sweating. Lu Qingyuan didn't even look at Zhao Susu again. Her gaze cut through the crowd and landed on me. He even frowns. Is he mad? He looks like an angry little puppy. She gestured to the assistant beside her. The assistant immediately stepped forward. Miss Zhao, please leave. Zhao Susu looked relieved and left immediately. No one in the banquet hall dared to stare at me carelessly anymore. Lu Qingyuan led her entourage straight toward the main table in the banquet hall. I couldn't understand the look she just gave me. As soon as Lu Qingyuan sat down, my dad carefully walked over with a glass to toast her. Miss Lu, thank you for gracing us with your presence today. I'd like to offer you a toast. You're too polite, Mr. Xi. She didn't drink, but she still gave the Xi family plenty of face. My dad was extremely flattered and hurriedly downed his drink in one gulp. He went back and took his seat. After the banquet ended, I stood by the floor-to-ceiling windows, watching Lu Qingyuan's motorcade drive away. Stop staring. They're already gone. Here, have some water. The warm water slid down my throat, but it couldn't wash away the lingering nervousness in my heart. Sis, why do you think CEO Lu helped me just now? Regardless of why Lu Qingyuan helped you, you need to stay away from her from now on. Our family and the Lu family are not on the same level. Getting too close won't do you any good. I dragged my exhausted body back to my bedroom. Not only did my body feel incredibly tired today, but what exhausted me the most was having my brain on high alert. After taking a shower, I tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. I couldn't resist looking up Lu Qingyuan's name on my phone, But apart from some official news released by her group, there was absolutely no private information about her, just like the woman herself, mysterious and completely unapproachable. Meanwhile, at the Lu family manor, Lu Qingyuan had just returned home. The butler handed her a glass of warm water. "Welcome back, miss. The old master asked me to ask you, how was the Shi family's banquet today?" "It was fine. I heard Zhao Suzu offended Xia Chen at the banquet today, and you stepped in to bail him out. Word travels fast. I wouldn't dare. I just happened to hear about it." The old master also asked, "What do you think of this young master, Xia Chen?" The old master has been hoping for a grandson-in-law for years. Hearing that the young miss stood up for the Xi family's young master today, he was probably already thrilled beyond words. "Have the kitchen, prepare some dessert. Bring it to my study. Right away." The young miss never eats sweets. Why is she suddenly asking for dessert today? Lu Qingyuan sat down at her desk. She ignored the corporate documents in front of her and picked up her phone to open a message from her secretary. "So young. Omega." And his background is pretty simple too. It matches the image I saw today perfectly. He looks really sunny and handsome in this photo too. Omega. Meanwhile, the atmosphere in the Xi family villa was a bit gloomy. Xia Nianzi took small bites of her rice, her delicate brows furrowed tightly together. Noticing my sister acting unusually, I couldn't help but ask, "Sis, what's wrong?" "There's an issue at the company." Xia Nianzi put down her chopsticks and let out a soft sigh. The land project in the south of the city is stuck in the approval phase. Director Li, who's in charge of approvals, is one of CEO Lu's people. The moment the words CEO Lu were spoken, the air in the dining room instantly froze. "I told you a long time ago, that land deal is way too complicated. I told you not to touch it, but you just wouldn't listen. Now it's stuck in Director Li's hands. What can we even do? But if that project succeeds, our company can reach a whole new level." I asked around. It's not that there's an issue with the project itself. It's just that Director Li is stalling the approval. My dad, Si Qiang, had a grim look on his face. "We'll just have to wait on this, or find better connections to smooth things over." After dinner, I went back to my room and opened my laptop to search for the Chengnan land project. Very little information popped up. I could only see that the project was getting a lot of attention. 2. Fierce competition. Fierce competition. I couldn't help but search for Director Li and Lu Qingyuan. According to his profile, this Director Li is a trusted confidant Lu Qingyuan has personally cultivated step by step since she joined the company. So the key figure my sister mentioned is actually Lu Qingyuan's subordinate. I shut off my laptop and leaned back in my chair, feeling a complex mix of emotions. For the first time, I clearly felt the sheer scale of Lu Qingyuan's influence. Compared to her, the Xi family was so insignificant it wasn't even worth mentioning. Early the next morning, just as Xi Nianzi arrived at the company, she received a call from Director Li's office. "General Manager Xi, please take the time to visit Lu Group this morning." Xi Nianzi froze for a moment, thinking she had misheard. She hung up excitedly only after confirming it multiple times. Then she immediately called home. "Dad, Director Li asked me to go over to Lu Group. Do you think the approval went through?" My parents were just as surprised, wondering why Director Li had suddenly relented. In September, the first hints of autumn were showing in Jing City. Lin Song and I just walked into the jewelry store when that bracelet in the display case caught my eye. "What do you think of this one? Next month is my mom's birthday. I think this would be a perfect gift. You've got a good eye. Auntie has always liked this kind of low-key, yet elegant jewelry. But this price, that's got to be 2 months of your allowance, right?" As we were chatting and laughing quietly, a deliberately loud, mocking laugh suddenly came from behind us. "Well, if it isn't the little young master of the Xie family. What's the matter? The eldest Miss Xi isn't here to babysit you?" Haha. The smile on my face instantly stiffened, and I frowned deeply. Sun Ningning. Sun Ningning, the youngest daughter of building materials Tycoon's son, Zhixiang, was a notoriously spoiled heiress in the capital's social circles. The Sun family made their fortune in their early years by relying on the Xie family for building materials. Later on, relying on her family's newfound wealth, Sun Ningning threw her weight around in our social circle. She especially loved pestering rich, handsome guys. She had run her mouth at me during the banquet before, and I remember my sister warning her right on the spot. Is she holding a grudge over that? Lin Song and I got ready to leave, but Sun Ningning blocked our path. As she got closer, I caught a faint whiff of alcohol. "What's the rush? Young Master Xie, why don't you chat with me for a bit? I heard the Xi family has been discussing a project with Director Li recently." What a coincidence. My dad and Director Li are old friends. I could ask my dad to put in a good word for your family. Who knows, the project might just get approved. But, of course, I wouldn't be helping you out for free. Next to me, Lin Song looked at her with a faint smile. "Sun Ningning, have some damn shame. Do you really think the Xi family is that easy to push around?" I don't know if the alcohol had completely taken over her brain, but Sun Ningning gritted her teeth and snapped. "You dare reject me? Believe it or not, it'll make sure you don't walk out of this mall today." The 4 bodyguards behind her immediately surrounded me. I took out my phone looking at her coldly. Sun Ningning, it advised you not to try anything stupid. I'm calling my sister right now. Humph. Call her. I'd love to see what exactly she and Nancy can do to me. If you don't hang out with me today, this isn't over. Right at the moment, her fingers were about to touch my wrist. President Liu. Sun Ningning instinctively looked back, only to see that in the corridor outside the store, a group of people in black suits was lined up neatly. The woman leading them stood there with a graceful figure. She didn't look at anyone, merely sweeping her calm gaze over the stores, fire equipment, and emergency exits, as if she was simply conducting a routine inspection of a mall under her group. It was just this casual glance that instantly brought Sun Ningning to her senses. It's Lu Qingyuan. She cautiously walked up beside Lu Qingyuan, her voice trembling slightly. President Liu, I was wrong. Please be the bigger person, and let me off this once. I froze, looking at Lu Qingyuan's silhouette. My heart started pounding uncontrollably. Lu Qingyuan completely ignored Sun Ningning, turning her gaze to the mall manager. The mall manager turned deathly pale from fright and hurriedly bowed in apology. I'm so sorry, President Liu. It was our poor management. We will rectify this immediately. Notify the security manager for this area in 10 minutes. After speaking, her eyes fell on me. She noticed me standing there, tall and straight, and her elegant brows furrowed imperceptibly. Assistant Chen, escort young Master Xi and his friend home. Understood, President Liu. Chen Xuening took a step forward, gesturing politely for Lin Song and me to go ahead. Mr. Shi, Mr. Lin, please follow me. I snapped back to my senses, wanting to say thank you to Lu Qingyuan, but found that she had already disappeared down the corridor. Sun Ningning quickly left, looking entirely relieved. I followed Chen Xuening downstairs. Chen Xuening led us to the elevator. I saw that it was lined with a red carpet, and the walls were hung with exquisite oil paintings, completely different from a regular elevator. Mr. Shi, Mr. Lin, please step inside. After the two of us stepped into the elevator, Chen Xuening followed us in and pressed the button for B1. Stepping out of the elevator, I saw a premium black sedan. I think I've heard my dad mention it before. 795. This is the exclusive vehicle for Lu Group executives. Mr. Shi, should we take you directly to the Shi family estate or to your apartment? How did she know I have an apartment? I quickly gathered my thoughts and replied, the family estate is fine, thank you, Assistant Chen. Assistant Chen, if I may ask a presumptuous question. My sister, Xie Nianxi, has been handling the Qingnan project recently. The one in charge of approvals is Director Li. I was wondering if you... Before I could even finish my sentence, Chen Xuening interrupted me. Mr. Shi, President Liu left instructions regarding the work matter. Tell Director Xi to just go through the standard procedures. I quickly apologized. I'm sorry, Assistant Chen. I didn't mean it like that. I just... Sitting in the passenger seat, Chen Xuening turned around and gave me a slight nod. There's no need to apologize, Mr. Shi. Director Shi has an excellent reputation in the business circle. President Liu recognizes her professional capabilities. As long as the project meets the planning requirements, the approval process will naturally go smoothly. Thank you, Assistant Chen. I understand. I understood her underlying meaning. Even though Lu Qingyuan helped me, she would never play favorites when it came to business. This clear boundary between public and private matters made me admire Lu Qingyuan even more. The car soon stopped at the entrance of the Xie family's old estate. Mr. Shi, Mr. Lin, we've arrived. Thank you, Assistant Chen. Sorry for the trouble. Chen Xuening gave a slight nod. You're welcome, Mr. Xie. It's my duty. If anything else comes up, Mr. Xi, you can contact me anytime. She handed me a business card. It only had a name and a phone number on it. I took the card. After thanking her again, I grabbed Lin Song and walked into the estate. Only when the car drove far away did Lin Song finally burst out in amazement. Ah, Chen, was that really Lu Qingyuan just now? Oh my god, she's so gorgeous. She's literally a comic book heroine come to life. Keep your voice down. If my dad hears you, hell start nagging again. What's there to nag about? Let me tell you, I think Boss Lu is into you. Did you see the way she looked at you? It was totally different from how she looks at everyone else. And she even had her assistant drive you home. Not just anyone gets that kind of treatment. Stop talking nonsense. She just happened to run into me. She was just doing me a quick favor. With her status, she's seen all kinds of men. Why would she be interested in me? Despite saying that, a ripple of emotion stirred in my heart. Why is my heart fluttering a little? Meanwhile, in the mall's office, Lu Qingyuan was sitting on the sofa, holding a cup of hot tea. The security manager was trembling as he reported the rectification plan. Lu Qingyuan suddenly spoke up. Someone was causing trouble on your turf, and you had no idea? The security manager hurriedly bowed and apologized. I'm so sorry, Boss Lu. It was a lapse in my management. I'll have someone handle it right away. There's no need. Notify the risk management department. Following the company's contract standards, conduct a thorough investigation of the Sun family's building materials project records, especially their bidding materials for the Chengnan project. Yes, Boss Lu, don't let this happen again. You may leave. Lu Qingyuan walked over to the window, thinking about my behavior just now. I'm clearly not someone who likes to meddle in other people's business. But when I saw Xie Chen being harassed just now, I actually lost my temper without even realizing it, though it seemed he didn't even need me to step in and could handle it himself. Chen Xuening, Boss Lu, review the documents for the Changnan project, including the proposals sent over by the Shi family. Yes, I'll have someone investigate right away. I've been with Boss Lu for so many years, but this is the first time I've seen her take the initiative to care about a specific family's situation, especially when it involves a work project. Although she was curious, she also knew better than to ask questions she shouldn't. She quickly turned around to arrange the tasks. Lu Qingyuan's gaze became somewhat complicated. I know I shouldn't pay too much attention to the Xia family's affairs, but whenever I think about Chen's clear eyes, I can't help but want to know more about him. Back at the Xia family's old estate, as soon as I walked into the living room, I saw my dad and my sister, sitting on the couch with solemn expressions. Seeing me return, my father stood up. "Ah, Chen, are you all right? Assistant Chen just called me and said you ran into some trouble." "Dad, sis, I'm fine. Boss Lu helped me out of a tight spot just now." I sat down on the couch and recounted exactly what had happened, in full detail. After hearing my story, Xia Chang's expression grew even more serious. Boss Lu truly lives up to her reputation. But you owe her a favor this time. You need to be more careful with your words and actions when you see her in the future. "I know, Dad." "Oh right, sis." Assistant Chen said that as long as your project meets the planning requirements, the approval process will go smoothly. "Really? That's great." I was worried Director Li would be hard to communicate with. But looking at it now, CEO Lu must have approved our project. Don't be too optimistic. CEO Lu clearly separates business from personal matters. She won't give special treatment just because of a certain incident or person. You still need to perfect the project proposal and make sure it meets all the requirements. "I know, Dad. I've already had the team revise the proposal. I'll send it over to Director Li tomorrow." We really need to properly thank Lu Qingyuan. If she hadn't happened to run into him today, who knows how long it would have taken Chen to get out of there. From the looks of it, the Sun family is probably going to be blacklisted. During dinner that night, I was a bit absent-minded. The scenes from earlier in the day kept replaying in my mind. Lu Qingyuan and I are from two completely different worlds. She stands at the very top of the pyramid. The status of our two families is worlds apart. I shouldn't have any unrealistic fantasies about her. After dinner, I went back to my bedroom and took out the business card Chen Xuening gave me. I hesitated for a long time, then put it away in my desk drawer. I probably wouldn't reach out to Chen Xuening on my own, unless I ran into some trouble I absolutely couldn't solve. Meanwhile, as Lu Qingyuan walked into her study, Chen Xuening had already gathered the background check and placed them on the desk. CEO Lu, all the information on the Xi family is right here. Xi Chang is a very visionary entrepreneur. He made his fortune in real estate early on, and later transitioned into finance and technology. Has always had a great reputation. Xie Nianzi is the eldest daughter of the Xie family. She's highly capable. For the Changnan Smart Park project proposal, she personally led the team and worked on it for 3 months. It truly is quite innovative. Xi Chen is the youngest son of the Xi family, has currently a university student, majoring in engineering. He has a rather introverted personality. Lu Qingyuan picked up the documents and flipped through them. When she saw my photo, her gaze was instantly captivated. During his time in university, Xi Chen has participated in multiple charity events and even founded a foundation to help underprivileged children. One of his designs even won a major award in an international electronic design competition. I didn't expect Xie Chen to not only look so pure, but to have such a pure heart too, and is talented too. I used to think all the young masters in our circle were just scheming against each other, but now it changed my mind a bit. Keep a close eye on that Changnan project. Ensure the approval process is completely fair and just. Don't let anyone pull any cheap tricks. Yes, CEO Lu, I've already arranged for someone to keep watch. Sun Jixiang's company really has been having some issues lately. The quality of their building materials isn't up to standard. I've already submitted the relevant evidence to the Market Supervision Department. I believe there will be results very soon. During a break at the Changnan Project Review meeting, Xie Nianzi repeatedly checked the security footage screenshot on her phone. The review meeting went far smoother than expected. Just now, Director Li couldn't stop praising the proposal. It was a stark contrast to being shut out completely just a week ago. Xie Nianzi knew very well in her heart that this smooth sailing was an aftershock of the incident at the mall. President Xi, Director Li is asking for you to finalize the timeline for the approval process. She received a notification. The regulatory department has received comprehensive evidence of the violations and swiftly launched a compliance inspection at the Sun family's building materials factory. Due to severely substandard product quality, they have been ordered to halt production and undergo rectification in accordance with regulations. Xie Nianzi put her phone away and responded. Her voice was tinged with exhaustion. She had stayed up for 3 consecutive nights to revise the project proposal, and she didn't sleep well last night either because she was worried about me. Walking into the conference room, Director Lee saw her come in and smiled, waving her over. President Shi, you're just in time. There's something I need to tell you. CEO Liu looked at your preliminary proposal during her inspection last week and specifically mentioned the ecological facilities section, saying it aligns perfectly with the planning direction for this project. Xia Niancy paused in her tracks. Her fingertips curled subconsciously. The Liu Group is the leading enterprise in the industry. My father warned me since I was young that when cooperating with large enterprises, we must rely entirely on fair project rules. The Xi family has struggled in the business world for 30 years. We relied on steady progress and never dared to take shortcuts. But this time, Lu Qingyuan took the initiative to shine a light on the Xia family. Director Li, you flatter us. Our team just wants to build a solid foundation for the project. Here are the newly adjusted details for your review. Director Li flipped through the proposal and suddenly looked up at her. Heh, General Manager Xi, I'm not just flattering you. The fact that your proposal passed really wasn't based on luck. How picky CEO Li's standards are, both you and I know perfectly well. For that project in the west side of the city last year, proposals from 3 listed companies were all sent back by her for revision. But then again, since CEO Liu has taken notice of you, you must give it 120%, right? I also heard about what happened at the Legion Mall yesterday. That wild girl Sun Ningning really got what was coming to her. So Lu Qingyuan stepping in to save Ah Chen is no longer a secret. My younger brother doesn't know any better and caused trouble for CEO Liu. Coming out of the Liu Group building, Xiao Chen had already parked the car by the side of the road. General Manager Xia, are we heading back to the company or to the young master's school? Let's go to the old family estate to pick something up first, then head to the company. Are you going to see Miss Liu? But we don't have an appointment, and everyone knows that Lu Qingyuan never easily meets with strangers. Xia Niancy fastened her seatbelt, her gaze darkening. Regarding Ah Chen's matter, I must thank her in person. As for the appointment, I had my dad pull some strings and give them a heads up. CEO Liu agreed to meet. The car stopped at the entrance of the old estate. Si Qiang was standing there waiting for her. The item is ready. It's a master seal script calligraphy piece your grandfather collected back in the day. It comes with a complete certificate of authenticity. It's just a simple gift, representing the goodwill of our Shi family. Dad, why aren't you going with me? Sigh. My old bones won't join in on this excitement. If CEO Liu sees you alone, she actually won't feel pressured. Remember, talk less and listen more. Leave as soon as you express our gratitude. Don't bring up the project. As for Ah Chen, I've already had Uncle Zhang take him to school. Don't worry. At 2:15 p.m., Xia Nianqi stood in front of the Liu Group building. She straightened her outfit several times, her palms sweating slightly, exposing her nervousness. Xiao Chen wanted to accompany her inside, but she refused him. Wait for me in the car. Walking into the lobby, the notified assistant led her toward the elevators. CEO Liu's office is on the 16th floor. She has a meeting at 3 p.m., so you only have 15 minutes. Xia Niancy nodded. The assistant led her to the door of the CEO's office. CEO Liu, Xia Niancy from the CA family is here. A cold, clear voice came from inside the room. Come in. Xia Niancy took a deep breath, pushed the door open, and walked inside. Lu Qingyuan was looking down at some documents. CEO Liu, apologies for interrupting your work. MC Niancy. My younger brother ran into some trouble at the Legion Mall yesterday, and it's all thanks to you stepping in to help. I came specifically today to thank you. Lu Qingyuan didn't look up immediately. After 3 seconds passed, he slowly raised his eyes. Have a seat. Xia Niancy sat down in the chair across the desk. Chen Xuaning walked in from outside and placed a cup of hot tea in front of her. Take this back. I never accept gifts. President Liu, this isn't a gift. It's just a small token of my appreciation. I heard you like calligraphy and paintings. This is a family heirloom. It has a legitimate origin. It's not particularly expensive. Miss CA, what happened yesterday was just a coincidence. I was inspecting the Legion Mall and happened to run into Sun Ningning causing trouble. Stepping in to stop, it was the right thing to do. It had nothing to do with who your brother is. If you think you can use this incident to negotiate with me or get me to go easy on your project, then you're gravely mistaken. President Liu, I absolutely didn't mean that. The project passed the review. Thanks to our team's 3 months of hard work, we can withstand any scrutiny. I came here today purely to thank you for helping my brother. I don't have any other intentions. Lu Qingyuan looked at her, stayed silent for a few seconds, then suddenly changed the subject. I've reviewed the Changnan project proposal. The design is quite innovative. It integrates the local climate characteristics, and the module division for the smart management system is very reasonable. It doesn't blindly pile on unnecessary technology. Thank you for your approval, President Liu. We will strictly execute it according to the proposal. We absolutely won't cut corners. It's not about my approval. The proposal itself meets the requirements. She picked up the project file and flipped to one of the pages. There is a problem here. I had the technical department provide optimization suggestions based on the current parameters. Take this back and take a look. President Liu, you manage so much every day, yet you actually took the time to personally look into the ventilation system design for a project. Thank you, President Liu. I'll revise it as soon as I get back. No need to thank me. It's for the quality of the project. Lu Qingyuan glanced at her watch. Chen Shuning immediately caught on. Miss CA, President Lus, 3 o'clock meeting is about to start. Then I won't bother you any longer. Thank you again for your help yesterday. Just as she was about to leave, a completely cold voice came from behind her. Niancy. President Liu, do you have any instructions? Lu Qingyuan leaned back in her chair. She raised her eyes to look at Niancy. Xie Chen is a sophomore in the engineering department at Yanda University. Yes, the social circles of Jing City aren't a place for a student like him who just wants to do academic research. Sun Ning is nothing but bottom tier in this circle. Yesterday at the Lujin Mall, he didn't even have a single bodyguard with him. Miss C, you're being far too negligent as his older sister. It's my fault. I didn't think things through. It absolutely won't happen again. If the Xie family wants to establish a foothold in Jing City, your project is the foundation. You can't rely on the occasional help of outsiders. Watch your brother closely. Don't let him become leverage for others to manipulate the Xie family. Xie Niancy understood perfectly. She turned, gently opened the door, and stepped out. Chen Shuning was waiting by the door. She handed over a business card. Miss CA, President Lu's intention is, if Mr. Xi encounters any more trouble, just call this number directly. But it's best if there isn't any more trouble. Sitting inside the car, Xiao Qian saw that she looked unwell and hurriedly handed her a bottle of water. Xie Niancy took a sip before her heartbeat finally returned to normal. I'm fine. She carefully put away Chen Shuning's business card. CEO Liu has already written down the optimization suggestions for the project. Take this to the tech department. They must come up with a revised plan today. On the drive back to the company, Xie Niancy received a call from Ah Chen. Sis, I've already arrived at school. I'm sorry about yesterday. I made you worry. As long as you're okay, tell me if anything happens in the future. I'll handle it for you. Also, remember to bring your bodyguards when you go out. After returning to the company, Xie Niancy immediately convened an emergency project meeting. The tech department is working overtime today. I want a new proposal by tomorrow morning. These are CEO Liu's personal feedback and approvals. We must execute them strictly. I don't want just passing, I want perfection. After the meeting adjourned, Xie Niancy was the only one left in the office. She leaned back in her chair, recalling Lu Qingyuan's final words to watch her brother closely. That wasn't just a simple reminder. It was a warning. If anything else happens to Ah Chen in the future, the Xi family will probably be in deep trouble. Chen Shuining brought the black sedan to a smooth stop at the entrance of the Liu residence. CEO Liu, your grandfather is waiting for you in the living room. Got it. Qing Yuan, come sit. I had the kitchen stew, some bird's nest soup before you arrived. Drink it while it's hot. Lu Qingyuan sat down to the side. Lu Zhengguo took a sip of tea and abruptly shifted the conversation to work. You handled the relocation and resettlement plan in the west of the city well last week, but you can't be careless with the wrap-up work. All right, I know. Halfway through breakfast, Lu Zhengguo went to rest. At this moment, Grandma Lu, Shen Langson, and her mother, Su Wan, walked over. Oh my sweet granddaughter is finally back. Let Grandma take a good look at you. Have you lost weight again recently? Grandma, I haven't lost weight. Don't worry. Your grandmother has been keeping an eye on the kitchen since early morning, making sure they cooked your favorite crab roast soup dumplings. Shen Langson pulled Lu Qingyuan down to sit, her eyes scanning her face a few times, before suddenly shouting toward the inner room. Old Lu, come out here. Our precious granddaughter is turning into a workaholic. She doesn't even have time for her personal life. Lu Zhengguo's hand trembled just as he picked up his teacup, splashing a few drops of tea onto the table. He set the cup down and walked out, keeping a straight face as he said, just eat if we're eating. Why bring that up? If I don't bring it up, who will? Old Wang's grandson next door is already old enough to run errands. Lu Zhengguo grimaced in pain, but didn't dare fight back. Mom, Qing Yuan knows what she's doing. Let's take it slow. He placed a soup dumpling in Lu Qingyuan's bowl. Hurry up and eat. It won't taste good if it gets cold. Lu Zhengguo said earnestly. Qing Yuan, I know you're busy with work, but you should also start considering your personal life. You can't stay single forever. Lu Qingyuan lowered her eyes, stirring the warm porridge in her bowl. Having seen too many marriages built on trading interests over the years, she remained unmoved by any of those men. Grandpa, marriage is not a tool to consolidate power. If I ever get married, it must be to someone who lets me let my guard down, not just an alliance match that serves the Lu family's interests. Let your guard down? You're the youngest CEO in Jing City. So many people's futures are in your hands. Do you dare lower your guard so easily? Qingyuan, look at this. This is your Uncle Zhang's grandson. He works as a doctor at the hospital. He's very refined and polite. I've already made an appointment with your Uncle Jang. You two will meet up this weekend. Just as Lu Qingyuan was about to refuse. My old bones. I don't know how many years I have left. I just want to see you get married. Are you really going to deny me this one little wish? Grandma. Humph. Your grandmother is doing this for your own good. Did I ask you to chime in? If you hadn't stopped me from setting Qing Yuan up on dates back then, would she have dragged it out until now? Lu Zhengguo immediately shut his mouth, picking up his teacup to pretend to drink. Su Wan gently patted the back of Lu Qingyuan's hand, signaling her with her eyes to just agree for now. Right at that moment, Lu Qingzhu's father, Lu Fengyan, walked in from outside. The president of Yanda University asked me to bring Qing Yuan an invitation. They want her to be a VIP guest at the anniversary celebration. An anniversary celebration? That's great. Yanda is a prestigious university. There must be plenty of outstanding men there. Qing Yuan, you have to go. Yanda is your alma mater, and it's their centennial celebration. You really should go. As for your personal life, don't just let your grandmother's words go in one ear and out the other. At least have some direction by the end of the year. If you meet someone you like at the celebration, bring him right back to show your grandma. I knew it. With grandma here, there's no escaping this. Boss Lu, the specific schedule for Yanda's anniversary is ready. The school hopes you can give a 10-minute speech. At the opening ceremony, the theme is centered around youth and urban development. Additionally, the anniversary organizing committee sent over a guest list for your review. Why is the Shi family on the guest list? The Shi family's Chengnan Smart Park project is a collaborative case with Yanda's School of Architecture. The school specifically invited President Xi to attend as a corporate representative to observe the ceremony. They also arranged for him to speak at a sub-forum to share his project experience. In the Xia family's study, Xi Nianxi frowned. As she looked at the invitation for Yanda's anniversary, Xiao Chen stood nearby, his tone carrying a hint of excitement. Boss Xie, Yanda's centennial celebration is a huge event in Jing City. Everyone invited is a prominent figure. This is a fantastic opportunity to promote our project. Over the next half-month, many families were secretly maneuvering, hoping their sons would run into Lu Qingyuan. At the Yanda anniversary, Shen Langson was even more invested, calling Su Shu every single day. Daughter-in-law, prepare a few more dresses for my granddaughter. Make sure she tries them on properly. I had someone look into who will be at the anniversary and found out which young bachelors are attending. I've put together a super detailed list. Make sure you give it to Qing Yuan for me. Su Shu knew her daughter's temper, so she gently placed the list on her desk. Mom knows you don't like this kind of thing, but your grandma means well. If you really don't want to look at it, just do it as a favor to me, so grandma doesn't get her feelings hurt. Looking at her mother's gentle eyes, Lu Qingyuan tucked the list into a drawer. It's just that the drawer was never opened again. On the day of the anniversary, Lu Qingyuan took the stage to give a speech as the VIP representative. Teachers, students, and honored guests, good morning to you all. Before I could even process everything, I heard the voice of Professor Zhang, the department head, ringing in my ears. It's time to present the flowers. I took a deep breath. 0. And took the bouquet Professor Zhang handed me. The distance from our formation to the rostrum was only a few dozen meters, but I could hear my own heartbeat clearly. Hello, Boss Lu. Lu Qingyuan accepted the bouquet, her fingertips inadvertently brushing against the back of my hand. I pulled my hand back as if it'd been electrocuted. I spoke according to the prepared speech. As a junior at Yanda, we are honored to witness this grand centenary celebration, and even more honored to hear your speech. Your words have made us realize that the younger generation must carry a pure heart and shoulder the responsibilities of our era. I jerked my head up, as if I had just grabbed a lifeline. Must carry a pure heart and shoulder the responsibilities of our era. We will take you as our role model, strive for excellence on our academic path, and contribute our strength to the country's development. Thank you, President Lu. I stood up straight, my eyes carrying a hint of apology. I'm sorry, President Lu. I spaced out for a moment just now. Please forgive my lack of manners. Wipe your sweat. I froze for a second. I naturally took the handkerchief, wiped the fine sweat off my forehead, and handed it back neatly folded. Thank you, President Lu. Student Shi's speech was very sincere. It was much more touching than just reading from a script. The murmurs in the crowd quieted down. I calmly turned and walked off the rostrum. Ah Chen, you handled that really well, and President Lu gave you plenty of face. It was all thanks to President Lu's reminder. I forgot my lines just now. Good thing I didn't panic, and didn't embarrass the Shi family. I pursed my lips, and recounted everything that had just happened. Lu Qingyuan isn't as cold and unreasonable as the rumors say. Xia Nianxi nodded. President Lu is someone who does big things. She wouldn't mind such a small mistake. But don't get careless either. You need to maintain your respect towards her. I nodded in agreement. In the evening, holding the Gold Design Award invitation in my hand, I walked into the anniversary banquet hall. Ah, Chen is here. Long time no see. You're getting more handsome by the day. Many people greeted me with a smile. I responded politely, and found an empty seat by the window to sit down. I had just picked up my champagne and taken a sip, when a shrill voice rang in my ear. "Oh, if it isn't the young master of the Xi family, why are you sitting here all alone?" I looked up and saw Lin Zihao from the School of Foreign Languages. He walked over with a few guys, deliberately showing off the exquisite watch on his wrist. The Lin family was only mid-tier in the capital's social circles. They had always wanted to cling to the Xi family but failed. Lin Zihao, in particular, opposed me at every turn. By forgetting my lines this morning, gave him the perfect opportunity to provoke me. "Why aren't you talking? You just have a good family background. Otherwise, how could you possibly qualify?" "Exactly. He just relies on his family's money. He really thinks he's something special. Whether my family background is good or not, isn't for you to judge. I qualified to present the flowers, because my design won the gold award, voted on by all the teachers and students in the school. Unlike some people, who only got a guest spot because their father pulled some strings. Also, that watch on your wrist looks like a cheap knockoff from a wholesale market. What a waste of a good thing. How dare you speak to me like that? Stand firm, student Lin. If you fall, your father might blame me for bullying you. Mr. Lin, this is a public occasion. Please mind your manners and behavior. President Liu. I was just joking around with student C, just celebrating you winning the gold award. Mr. Lin's upbringing really needs to be strictly managed by President Lin. Hearing Lu Qingyuan say this to Chen Xuening, Lin Zihao's face instantly turned pale. Thank you, President Liu. Thank you for helping me out this morning. I politely thanked Lu Qingyuan. Seeing this, Lin Zihao's expression turned even uglier. He and his cronies slunk away in disgrace. You handled that well just now. You held your ground perfectly. He provoked me first. Having a bit of a temper is a good thing, but you also need to learn to protect yourself. Distinguished guests, fellow alumni, according to our Yanda University tradition, for the first dance of our centennial celebration, let us invite President Liu. I wonder if you'd be willing to invite a male companion to kick off our evening banquet. Will she pick me? What should I do if she does? Lu Qingyuan's gaze swept across the hall, gliding past all those expectant faces, and finally landed on me. Xia Chen, would I have the honor of inviting you for the first dance? President Liu is clearly trying to build ties with the Xi family. At this moment, I was cringing so hard I could have dug a hole right through the floor. While I was still stunned, Lu Qingyuan reached her hand out to me. The gazes of everyone around us fell on us like spotlights. There was surprise, jealousy, and curiosity. Right now, I felt like a duck roasting on a spit. I had no choice but to bite the bullet. I quickly stood up and took Lu Qingyuan's hand. I'm not very good at dancing. If I step on your toes, please forgive me. Lu Qingyuan placed her hand in my palm. My heartbeat sped up slightly. They really are a perfect match. If the CF family can get on President Liu's good side, they'll finally have a firm foothold in the capital's social circles. We walked to the center of the banquet hall. A soothing waltz slowly began to play. Follow my rhythm, take it slow. My tense body relaxed quite a bit. My movements were still a bit stiff. The first time I stepped on her foot, I whispered an apology. I'm sorry, President Liu. It's fine. You'll get the hang of it after a few more dances. Lu Qingyuan's voice carried a hint of a smile as she gently guided my body. Her movements were soft and patient, and I gradually relaxed. This morning, when you gave me the flowers, were you afraid of me? My fingers curled slightly. I was terrified of doing something wrong. Am I that scary? You're not scary. Your aura is just too intimidating. I was a little afraid to talk to you. Lu Qingyuan held my wrist and led me into a slow twirl. And what about now? I have no idea how I walked off the dance floor. I didn't even dare to look her in the eyes. During the latter half of the banquet, many guests took the initiative to come over and greet Lu Qingyuan and me. Their attitudes were warm and respectful, especially those families who previously had an ambiguous stance toward the XEA family. They all expressed a desire to strengthen ties with us. Xia Nianzi handled them with ease, knowing exactly what was going on. Lin Zihao and his father hurriedly left the banquet. How many times have I told you not to mess with anyone from the Xi family, and especially not to get on President Lu's bad side? But you just wouldn't listen. Now look what you've done. You've completely disgraced our family. I just can't accept it. Why does Xi Chen get to have President Lu's favor? Because he's talented. Because the Xi family has a deeper foundation than ours. Starting tomorrow, you're going to stay home and reflect on your actions. You're not allowed to go out and cause trouble anymore. During a quiet moment, I stepped out onto the terrace for some fresh air. Lu Qingyuan followed me out. I handed her the jacket I was wearing. President Liu, the wind is a bit chilly. Lu Qingyuan took it and draped it over her shoulders. The faint scent of cedar on the jacket brought a hint of warmth to her heart. Stay away from those people from now on. I know. They were the ones who came over to provoke me earlier. I didn't go out of my way to mess with them. I know. The capital circle may look glamorous on the surface, but in reality, dark undercurrents are surging beneath it. The Lin family and a few minor families attached to them have been making some little moves lately. Getting too close to them will easily drag you into it. So she was actually worried about me. If you run into anything you can't handle later on, contact Chen Suening directly. With that said, she walked out of the banquet hall. I took out my sketchbook, and with a few quick strokes, I sketched a simple silhouette of her. President Liu, aren't you treating Mr. Shi a bit too specially today? It could easily cause misunderstandings. Lu Qingyuan leaned back against her seat and closed her eyes. The Xi family is a rare breath of fresh air. Xie Chen is talented and knows his boundaries. Has worth looking out for a bit more. Chen Xuening froze for a second, then immediately grumbled to herself. There are plenty of breaths of fresh air in the capital circle. How come I don't see you looking out for anyone else? A muffled rumble of thunder rolled across the horizon. Hugging my sketchbook, I hurried toward the library. On the way, I heard people talking about me. I stopped in my tracks. I recognized one of them, Zhang Jingye. He was one of Lin Zihao's lackeys. Do you guys think Xie Chen really relied on his own skills last time to get the flower presentation spot? I heard from some people in the student council that his grandpa pulled strings with 3 of the older alumni. I bet that's it. And what about that gold medal in design? I heard one of the old professors on the judging panel is a close family friend of the Shis. Otherwise, how would he ever get it? Ha ha ha. Just look at him, he always acts so pretentious. Ever since the school anniversary, this kind of gossip just hadn't stopped. Ever since Lin Zihao lost face at the banquet, he had constantly been having his lackeys spread these vague rumors around campus. And worst of all, some people actually believed them. It was truly laughable and pathetic. You're certainly well informed, Senior Zhang. To even make up rumors about my grandpa pulling strings with 3 alumni and making it sound so incredibly detailed. But I seem to recall, the list for the anniversary flower presentation was voted on by all the teachers and students. The voting results were posted on the student council bulletin board for an entire week. If you missed it, Senior, I can send you the link. As for the design gold medal, the judging panel list was also public. That supposed old professor, who's a close family friend, just came back from teaching abroad last year. I only met him for the very first time last week. Speaking of which, Senior, how exactly did you win that recitation competition at the Foreign Languages Institute last time? I think you know perfectly well. Don't you slander me. I won that with pure skill. Oh? So I rely on my family background. But you win on pure skill? Besides, I didn't even say anything. Why are you getting so defensive? Forget it, Brother Zhang. We still need to go to the library. Zhang Jingye glared at me viciously, then hurriedly left with his group. By the time I finished grabbing my things from the library and came out, the wind was sweeping, slanting sheets of rain at me, instantly dampening the ends of my hair. It was completely sunny when I left this morning. Why is it suddenly raining so heavily? I didn't bring an umbrella at all. I frowned a bit helplessly. Zhang Jingyi and his gang were surprisingly still there too. Talk about enemies crossing paths on a narrow road. I dug my sketchbook out of my backpack and started sketching the rainy scene before me. Sketching the rain scene right now. Young Master Shi sure is in a leisurely mood. Senior Zhang, rather than gossiping here, you'd better go back to the dorm and cram some English vocabulary, so that next time, in the English speech contest, you don't end up dead last again. What an attention seeker. Your mouth runs faster than your English. Just there to pad the rankings. Zhang Jingyi trembled with anger. Just as he was about to lash out, the sound of a car engine pierced through the rain, pulling up right under the library's awning. Everyone stared at the unfamiliar luxury car. On a college campus, parking right at the library entrance. This was definitely not an ordinary person's car. Chen Xuening stepped out of the passenger seat, holding a black, long-handled umbrella, and walked toward me. I instinctively stood up straight. Mr. Shi, Boss Lu asked me to bring you an umbrella. She happened to be running errands at the school, and saw you taking shelter from the rain here. The surrounding gazes, filled with shock, landed on me. I quickly reached out and took the umbrella. Thank you, Assistant Chen. And please thank Boss Lu for me. I'll definitely return it another day. Chen Xuening nodded slightly. You're too polite, Mr. Shi. Boss Lu said you can keep this umbrella. No need to return it. Boss Lu has another appointment next. I'll take my leave. The car slowly turned around and quickly vanished into the rain. I could clearly feel the stares directed at me from all around. I looked down at the umbrella in my hand. A girl nearby exclaimed in a low voice, "The logo on this umbrella looks like." Before she could finish, her companion pulled her arm, signaling her not to speak nonsense. I looked closely, and right at the handle, there was an extremely understated silver emblem. It was Lu Qingyuan's exclusive insignia. Zhang Jingyi hid it inside the library, his face deathly pale. So that big shot from the anniversary banquet, her protecting him, was definitely no coincidence. Those rumors I spread earlier, he won't retaliate against me, will he? Meanwhile, at the CA family's old estate, Professor Zhang's expression wasn't looking good just now. The young master's fever has reached 39 degrees Celsius. Professor Zhang said that regular antipyretics and anti-inflammatory drugs on the market have limited effectiveness right now. Xia Niancy walked briskly into my bedroom. A heavy smell of medicine hit her face. My brows were tightly knitted together in a deep frown. Xia Niancy cautiously reached out and felt my forehead. Her heart instantly tightened. Chen, I'm here. Sis. The specially appointed private doctor, Professor Zhang, beside us, was packing his medical kit with a grim expression. Seeing Xi Nianzi, he handed over a test report. Miss Xi, the test results show that it's a rare drug-resistant pathogenic bacterium recently found. We need to switch to a targeted treatment plan. The specific medication I had on hand was just given to a critically ill patient last week. Now, they're out of stock on their end as well. Overseas medical journals reported last month that after infection, if targeted medication isn't administered within 48 hours, the probability of triggering complications is as high as 60%. How could this virus infect my precious younger brother? Is there really no other way? Professor Zhang let out a sigh and took out a viral gene map from his medical box. Pointing at the markers on it, he said, "Currently, only 2 institutions in the country have stock of this specific medicine. One is the VIP ward of the Public Specialized Treatment Center, and the other is Boss Lu's private medical team. The public hospital's inventory was just allocated to the city's infectious disease hospital yesterday to treat a large batch of patients. Now, only Boss Lu's side might have some left. The Xi family has a century-long legacy. Not only do they stand out in the business world, but they also have deep roots in the fields of medicine and education. If word gets out that the Xi family had to rely on Lu Qingyuan's specific medicine just to save Chen's life, people might mistakenly think the Xi family is losing its power. It could even damage the credibility of our ongoing Chengnan Smart Park project. Besides, Chen is only suffering from a cold and fever. It's not the kind of critical emergency that warrants alarming Lu Qingyuan. Wouldn't rashly asking her make the Xi family look ignorant. It might even seem like we're just trying to cling to her connections. Miss, how about I try contacting the overseas pharmaceutical companies again? It'll take at least 3 days for the foreign companies to deliver the medicine. Chen simply can't wait that long. She turned and walked into the study, digging out that business card from the depths of the drawer. Just as her fingertip was about to touch the dial button, her phone rang. Father Xi's voice carried clear signs of exhaustion. Mianxi, how is Chen? Does Professor Zhang have a treatment plan? I heard this recent drug-resistant virus is extremely dangerous. It is a drug-resistant virus. We desperately need a specific medicine right now. There was a full half-minute of silence on the other end of the line. I just finished coordinating the project plan with President Lu's secretary. She briefly mentioned this virus and said her team has a stockpile of the medicine. Nianxi, I'll handle this. I need to report the project progress to President Lu anyway. I'll casually mention Chen's situation and see how she responds. You stay home and watch over Chen. Contact me immediately if anything happens. Time ticked by, minute by minute. My temperature showed a faint sign of rising again. Professor Zhang gave me another fever-reducing shot, but the effect was minimal. Right at that moment, the sound of a car engine suddenly came from outside the courtyard gates. Xie Nianxi hurriedly went downstairs. Miss, President Lu is here, and there's an ambulance from the city hospital right behind her. The master is back as well. President Lu, why did you come personally? Lu Qingyuan was in no mood to exchange pleasantries with the Xie family. Bring all the equipment. Go treat Mr. Xi right now. President Lu, why did you come personally? Lu Qingyuan was in no mood to exchange pleasantries with the Xie family. She coldly ordered the doctors behind her. Bring all the equipment. Go treat Mr. Xie right now. Lu Qingyuan followed closely behind the doctors, heading for the stairs. Suddenly, she stopped in her tracks. Was something this serious happening? Why didn't you contact me immediately? That emergency contact number I specifically gave you last time. Was it just for show? Stepping into the bedroom, Lu Qingyuan subconsciously lightened her footsteps. Doctor. Li immediately pulled out a portable monitor. Check his blood, oxygen, and heart rate. Blood oxygen saturation is at 92. Heart rate 120. Values are normal. As long as we administer 709 quickly, we can get it under control. Where's the 709 medicine? The nurse hurriedly took out a perfectly sealed vial of the specific medicine from the medical kit. This was the very drug Lu Qingyuan had used diplomatic channels to procure from the Merck pharmaceutical plant in Switzerland earlier this year. Administer intravenously. Observe for half an hour after the injection. Continuously monitor the patient's vital signs, the medication regimen, and follow-up care details. Have Dr. Li coordinate with Professor Zhang. If the Xi family's lab needs the viral gene map and the drug's molecular formula, have someone send them over as well. It should help with their follow-up research. We originally thought Lu Qingyuan would just send someone over with the medicine. We never expected her to make the trip personally. She even took the Xi family lab's research needs into consideration. My previous worries were far too narrow-minded. Lu Qingyuan sat on the sofa in the bedroom, her eyes glued to the monitor screen. Only when the heart rate and temperature numbers slowly started to drop did she finally begin to relax. So bitter. My mouth is so bitter. Be a good boy, Chen. The IV is almost done. Just bear with it a little longer. Lu Qingyuan got up and walked over to the bed, looking down at me as I threw a little tantrum. It suddenly reminded her of her cousin's little nephew. He always complained about the bitter medicine when he was sick too. Every time he took it, he had to suck on a milk candy first. She absent-mindedly patted her pocket and actually pulled out a milk candy wrapped in paper. She leaned over the hospital bed and spoke softly. Be a good boy, Chen. Open your mouth and suck on this. It won't be bitter anymore. It smells so good. Lu Qingyuan's cold eyes were filled with unmelting tenderness. Everyone in the room was stunned. 41. A hint of a blush flashed across Lu Qingyuan's beautiful, aloof face. She sat back down on the couch, picked up the hot tea from the table, and took a sip. Letting him have a candy will make him suffer less. Half an hour later, the monitor showed that my temperature had dropped to 38 degrees Celsius, and my heart rate had returned to normal. Dr. Lee examined me and said, Miss Lu, Mr. Tsai's vital signs are stable now. He just needs to take his oral medication on time from now on. I'll leave the medication list and some instructions. Contact me anytime if anything happens. Lu Qingyuan nodded, stood up, and said, The nurses and Professor Zhang are keeping an eye on him here. Let's talk outside. Don't disturb his rest. The group went down to the living room, where Xia Qiang personally brewed a cup of Mingqian Longjing tea for Lu Qingyuan. Miss Lu, thank you so much for this time. This medicine is too precious. We'll pay for it at market price. Or, we can use the specific drugs our lab develops in the future to offset the cost. This medicine is a public health reserve. It's meant to be used to treat patients anyway. Besides, the money your Tsai family donates to public health every year is worth far more than a few vials of medicine. This is the supplementary plan for the Qingnan project. I looked over your previous proposal, and there are a few details that can be refined. For instance, the disinfection process at the construction site and the workers' health monitoring. I had my secretary add some specific measures. You can use them as a reference. Nancy took the documents, her heart full of gratitude. Lu Qingyuan glanced at her watch. It's getting late. I need to head back to the company, so I won't stay any longer. Lu Qingyuan already had one foot inside the car door. Her fingertips had just touched the cold door frame. When she stopped, she deliberately slowed her speech. When Chen wakes up, tell him that until he's fully recovered, he shouldn't go back to school. As for coursework and attendance, I'll have someone sorted out with the school. Just let him get some good rest, and not worry about a thing. Early the next morning, I finally woke up completely. I twitched my fingers, and found my sister holding my hand, asleep by the bedside. Sis, Nancy jolted awake. Chen, you're awake. How are you feeling? Does anything hurt? I shook my head and sat up. Looking at the candy wrapper on the nightstand, I asked in confusion, Is this? Where did this candy come from? I think I dreamed someone gave me a piece of candy. Nancy recounted everything from yesterday, in complete detail. A wave of warmth washed over my heart. Lu Qingyuan is such a good person. On the other side, Lu Qingyuan received a call from Shen Wenwen. Qingyuan, come over to my house for dinner tonight. I had Auntie Lee stew that lamb soup you love. Sure. Lu Qingyuan agreed. The Shen and Lu families were old family friends. Lu Qingyuan and Shen Wenwen had grown up together. Lu Qingyuan, you finally made it. If you were any later, Auntie Li's lamb soup would have gotten cold. Lu Qingyuan pushed open the car door. She glanced at her watch. 7 p.m. on the dot. Exactly on time. Hurry inside. Everyone's waiting for you. Zhang Rui and Zhao Qin have been here for ages. After dinner, everyone sat around chatting about the latest gossip. Zhao Qin took a sip of hot water. If we're talking about the biggest news in Jing City lately, it has to be Yanda's anniversary celebration. I just got back from abroad a couple of days ago, and I already heard from my friends that the opening dance at the banquet featured an incredibly gorgeous couple who absolutely stunned the crowd. The living room fell silent for a few seconds. Everyone else instinctively looked at Lu Qingyuan. Zhang Rui quickly tried to smooth things over. Yanda really is full of talent. Haha, I heard that handsome guy is super talented and even won an international design gold medal. I also heard that you and him are quite close. Qingyuan, is it true? As soon as the words left her mouth, the living room went dead, silent. Lu Qingyuan's calm gaze swept over everyone. She said nothing. Zhao Qin finally realized she had asked something she shouldn't have. Seeing this, Shen Wenwen hurriedly changed the subject. After the rain yesterday, Jing City's weather got cold so suddenly. But no one in the room paid any attention to her attempt. Lu Qingyuan spoke, her voice cold and clear. I was indeed at Yanda's anniversary celebration. His design is extremely innovative. He deserved to win. Zhang Rui breathed a sigh of relief, and quickly chimed in. Qingyuan is right. Si Chen's talent is obvious to everyone. I'm never listening to those baseless rumors again. Shen Wenwen peeked at Lu Qingyuan from the corner of her eye. I know Lu Qingyuan too well. She's always kept business and personal matters strictly separate. Since when does she speak up for someone in public? There's definitely something going on. This is the first time I've ever seen our Qingyuan be so gentle with someone. Qingyuan, you've really kept this hidden well. Zhang Rui and Zhao Qin. They never expected Shen Wenwen to be so direct. In teasing Lu Qingyuan, they felt extremely nervous. Qingyuan, Si Chen is handsome and talented. I bet there are tons of little girls swooning over him. Seriously. If you're too shy to make a move, I can go talk to him for you. Lu Qingyuan's voice suddenly turned icy. Shen Wenwen. The smile on Shen Wenwen's face instantly froze. She really hit Lu Qingyuan's nerve. Is it because I mentioned trying to set them up? Have you been getting a little too out of line lately? No, Qingyuan. I was just joking around. I didn't mean anything by it. Xia Chen is the person dearest to Qingyuan's heart right now. Shen Wenwen finally realized it. She lowered her head, like a child who did something wrong. Stealing a glance upwards, she saw that Lu Qingyuan was already leaning back against the sofa with her eyes closed. Hurry and save me. This tea is really good. It must not be cheap, right? Wenwen, where did you buy this tea? I should go buy some for my dad to try. I swiped this from my dad. Let me ask him for you. Lu Qingyuan didn't join their conversation anymore. Zhang Rui didn't stay seated for long before Zhao Qing grabbed her hand. Well, I have some things to do, so we'll be leaving first. Let's go together. When Shen Wenwen walked them to the door and came back, she saw that Lu Qingyuan had already opened her eyes. Qingyuan, I really know I was wrong. I shouldn't have run my mouth, and I especially shouldn't have brought up setting you guys up. Please forgive me. Si Chen is not someone you can use as a joke. I don't want Ah Chen dealing with all those messy speculations. Don't bring him up so much when you're out. The only person who can stand by his side is me. Others aren't even allowed to think about it. I understand. I won't bring it up again. It's getting late. It'll be taking off. Shen Wenwen hurriedly stepped forward to help her grab her bag. It'll walk you out. Miss Lu, Miss Shen was just looking out for you. She meant no harm. Ah Chen is under my protection. I won't let anyone else covet him. And Shen Wenwen actually dared to say there's more than one. I know she meant no harm, but she crossed the line. Has not like the men in our circle who can be casually paired up. He is my man. It's not up to anyone else to play matchmaker. Miss Lu has truly fallen for Mr. Shi. If those rumors were to spread, it would be bad for his reputation. If anyone brings up his relationship with me again, suppress it immediately. Understood, Miss Lu. The car arrived at the entrance to Lu Qingyuan's residential community. Just as Chen Xuening was about to drive in, Lu Qingyuan suddenly spoke up. Wait, go to that dessert shop near Yanda University. Last time Mr. Shi was sick, Miss Lu used the milk candies from this shop to coax him into taking his medicine. The dessert shop was about to close. When the owner saw Lu Qingyuan walk in, he hurried over to greet her. Miss, would you like the same milk candies as last time? Yes. It'll take 2 more boxes. Upon returning home, Lu Qingyuan placed the milk candies in the study, in the most conspicuous drawer. She recalled the message Xia Qiang had sent a couple of days ago. Miss Lu, Ah Chen won the gold prize at the Youth Design Exchange. He said to thank you for your encouragement. I knew Ah Chen wouldn't let me down. And what I need to do isn't just protect him, but rather make him slowly get used to my presence and to my care, until he can no longer live without me. For the rest of his life, he can only be mine. Whoever dares to target him, it'll make them pay the price. I stood at the entrance of the pedestrian street, tightly clutching the note my father gave me. Next week is my grandfather's 80th birthday. The old man has loved antiques and calligraphy his whole life. Ordinary brushes, ink, paper, and inkstones simply wouldn't catch his eye. I originally planned to scour the antique market for a Duan inkstone, but last week, I heard my father say that Grandpa had been constantly talking about wanting an old Pit Tao inkstone. So my father told me about Fuyang Xuan, this particular place. I asked several friends familiar with antiques, but none of them had heard of it. I only vaguely remembered someone mentioning that deep within the pedestrian street were hidden a few private clubs open only to regulars. After walking for about 20 minutes, I happened to catch a glimpse of a narrow alleyway. An inconspicuous black sandalwood plaque hung at the entrance. I quickly walked into the alley, reaching out to knock on the brass ring. An attendant poked his head out. Excuse me, do you have a reservation? A reservation? I hadn't expected to need a reservation here. Hello, I'm Xie Chang's son. My father said you might have a suitable birthday gift here, and told me to come take a look. Who is Xi Chang? A hint of confusion flashed in the attendant's eyes. Just then, a gust of wind blew past. The black umbrella tucked under my arm swayed slightly in the wind. The attendant's gaze fell on the crest on the umbrella. His previously distant attitude instantly became incredibly respectful. So you're a friend of Miss Lu. Please, come right in. I apologize for my rudeness just now. Please forgive me. A middle-aged man in the hall hurriedly walked over. Mr. Shi, right this way, please. I'm Zhou Jinming, the manager here. The attendant earlier was ignorant and slighted you. Please forgive him. It's fine, it was my fault for not making a reservation beforehand. I came here today to pick out a birthday gift for my grandpa. It's his 80th birthday, and he loves antiques and calligraphy. Manager Zhu's eyes lit up. Rest assured, Mr. Shi, our collections here are all strictly curated. I guarantee they're all authentic, and we have quite a few genuine pieces that make perfect birthday gifts. Follow me. It'll take you upstairs to the VIP area to browse. The collections there will better suit your needs. Manager Zhou took his keys and opened the display cabinets one by one, patiently introducing them to me. Take a look at this, Mr. Xie. This Qing Dynasty Tao ink stone is made of old pit stone. The stone is fine, and the color is emerald green. It's carved with a pattern of pine and cranes prolonging life, symbolizing longevity. It's absolutely perfect for a birthday gift. I carefully examined the Tao inkstone. It truly was a rare treasure. This one is really nice. How much is it? Mr. Shi, you are Miss Lu's friend. How could we possibly take your money? Consider this Tao inkstone a birthday gift from our Fuying Xuan to your grandpa. Please, you must accept it. I can't do that. I can't just take something this valuable for free. Just give me a price. I'll pay the full amount. Mr. C, please don't be so polite with me. Miss Lu is a top-tier member of our club and our benefactor. Back when our club first opened, we ran into a lot of trouble. Miss Lu stepped in and helped us resolve all of it. I finally understood. It turned out Manager Zhu was being so respectful. Because of Lu Qingyuan even offering it to me for free, I felt a bit conflicted. Hesitating for a moment, I said, Manager Zhou, I appreciate your kindness, but I really can't take this gift for free. If you absolutely refuse to take my money, then I won't buy it. I'll go look elsewhere. Mr. Xie, you're putting me in a tough spot. If Miss Lu found out I took your money, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to keep my job as manager. How about this? You take this Tao inkstone for now. Consider it a loan from us. When you see Miss Lu, ask her what she thinks. If Miss Lu says it's okay for me to take the money, you can bring it to me then. How does that sound? That proposal seemed reasonable enough. I really did like this Tao inkstone, and Grandpa would definitely love it. Besides, Lu Qingyuan wasn't the type to force people into difficult situations. I could just give her the money when I saw her, or find another way to repay the favor later. Yeah, thinking this, I nodded. All right then, I'll take it for now. I'll explain everything to Miss Lu when I see her. Manager Zhou breathed a sigh of relief. He quickly had someone carefully package the Tao inkstone, even pairing it with an exquisite brocade box. Mr. C, since it's rare for you to visit, let me show you some other collections. There might be something else you like. It was hard to decline such hospitality, so I just followed him to continue looking around. In a corner of the exhibition hall, I spotted an ink wash painting of shrimps. The shrimps in the painting looked incredibly lifelike. I couldn't help but stop in my tracks. I've loved ink wash paintings since I was a kid, and we even have a few in our family's collection, but I never expected to see such a precious ink shrimp painting here. Mr. C, you have a great eye. This ink shrimp painting is one of the crown jewels of our club. Miss Lu really likes this painting too. Every time she comes, she stands here looking at it for a long time. Sister Lu likes calligraphy and paintings too? I asked in surprise. In my impression, Lu Qingyuan was always busy with work. I never expected her to have such refined tastes. Yeah. Miss Lu doesn't just like calligraphy and painting. She's also an expert at it. Last year, our club held a calligraphy and painting auction. There was a forgery of a Qing Dynasty painter. Even several experts couldn't spot it, but Miss Lu saw right through it at a glance and detailed the flaws in the forgery, leaving all of us completely convinced. The more I listened, the more surprised I became. My impression of Lu Qingyuan gained another layer of depth. Mr. C, not only can you point out the stylistic features of each painter, you can also critique their brushwork techniques. I originally thought you were just a young man who got in through Lu Qingyuan's connections. I never expected him to have such a profound artistic foundation. No wonder he gets special treatment from Miss Lu. After the tour ended, Manager Zhou personally walked me to the door. A waiter carefully handed me my umbrella. Mr. Shi, please be careful on your way back. If you ever need anything, call me anytime. I'll definitely do my best to help. I took the business card and the brocade box and turned to walk out of the alley. Lu Qingyuan's black Audi was parked by the road. I hurried over, holding up the brocade box in my hand. Did you pick out a gift? President Lu, I just picked out a Tao inkstone inside. In planning to give it to my grandpa for his birthday, Manager Zhu said that because of you, he wanted to give it to me for free. I refused. So he told me to just hold onto it for now and wait until I asked for your opinion. This is the money for the inkstone. I'll give it to you right now. I finished speaking and took a card out of my pocket. Don't listen to Zhou Jinming. That Tao inkstone isn't worth much. Just consider it my birthday gift to your grandpa. It's your grandpa's 80th birthday. I should have prepared a gift anyway. Now is a good opportunity to show my appreciation. How could I do that? You already helped me so much last time. I can't accept another gift from you. Why are you still so polite with me? I've always admired your grandfather. It's only right for me to give him a birthday gift. Lu Qingyuan took the brocade box from my hand and glanced at it. This Tao inkstone is indeed quite nice. Your grandpa will definitely love it. Let's go. I'll take you home. We can also use the time to talk about your grandpa's birthday banquet to see if there's anything I can help with. I had no choice but to nod. The car was filled with a faint, fresh fragrance, the same scent that lingered on Lu Qingyuan. How are the preparations for your grandpa's birthday banquet going? They're pretty much all set. We're holding it at home, and we've invited our relatives, along with some of Grandpa's old friends. My father originally wanted to host it at a hotel, but Grandpa doesn't like extravagance. He said keeping it simple is best. Your grandpa is right. A birthday banquet isn't about the spectacle, it's about the sentiment, but the necessary arrangements still need to be handled well. I know a few excellent chefs who specialize in the Hawaiian cuisine your grandpa likes. If you need them, I can have them go over to your house to help. There's no need to trouble yourself. We've already hired a chef at home. It's fine. More hands make lighter work. I've already had someone contact the chefs. They'll report to your house tomorrow. The Bailuochin tea your grandpa likes to drink, I've also had it prepared. It'll be sent over together tomorrow. A wave of warmth washed over my heart. I didn't expect her to be so attentive, to remember both the cuisine and the tea that grandpa likes so clearly. When the car arrived at the entrance of the CA family home, I suddenly remembered the ink shrimp painting I saw at the club earlier. President Liu, do you like ink wash paintings too? I saw an ink shrimp painting at the club today. It was so evocative. Do you like it too? I've kept that painting in my collection for years. Later, I displayed it at the club, just so more people could appreciate it. That was your collection? No wonder such a precious painting was hung in the corner. So it was yours all along. I've loved ink wash paintings since I was a kid, especially the ones full of life. Since you like them so much, I'll take you to my private studio next time. I've collected quite a few calligraphy works and paintings there, and some masterpiece ink wash paintings. You might like them. Really? That's amazing. Thank you, President Liu. When I'm with you, Chen, I can always let go of my exhaustion and feel completely relaxed and at ease. Seeing how excited I was, Lu Qingyuan's mood also brightened up. As soon as the car stopped, Lu Qingyuan turned her head to look at me, with a hint of subtle hesitation in her voice. Chen, there's something I want to tell you. Stop calling me President Liu from now on. It sounds a bit too distant. If you don't mind, you can try calling me Qingyuan. The tips of my ears quietly turned red. Sister Qingyuan, hurry on back. Get some rest. Tomorrow, I'll have Chen Xuaning send over the tea and the chefs. I got out of the car holding the brocade box. I watched her car disappear into the night, before turning to head inside. My father and sister were waiting for me in the living room. My father asked, "You're back, Chen. Did you pick out a gift?" "Yes, it's an old Pit Tao inkstone. Grandpa will definitely love it." I recounted my experience at Fuyun Xuan, and how I ran into Lu Qingyuan. Si Chang nodded, and said thoughtfully, Lu Qingyuan is someone who always keeps personal and business matters separate. There aren't many people she cares this much about. Chen, you need to treat her well from now on. Not only is she our family's benefactor, she's also your lucky star. My heart fluttered in a panic. Her care for me had already crossed normal boundaries. Just what exactly is this feeling? Early the next morning, Chen Xuaning arrived at the Shi estate with the chefs and the tea. "Mr. Xie," President Liu asked me, "to deliver this Bailuochen tea for your grandfather. It's this year's fresh harvest, and the quality is excellent." President Liu also said that if your grandfather likes it, she'll have someone send it over every year. I took the tea from her, looking at the busy chefs in the kitchen and the tea in my hands. My heart swelled with gratitude. On the day of Grandpa's birthday, I was crouching in the corner of the living room, wrapping red ribbons around the newly arranged daffodils. How should I ever repay her? Chen, stop fussing with that. Come check if I hung Dad's birthday couplets straight. My father's voice called out from outside. Xia Niancy looked at me with a sly gleam in her eyes. "Oh, little brother." President Liu really went all out this time, Chef Wang in the kitchen said. "Those two are head chefs from Gusu Hotel. You normally couldn't hire them even if you tried." "Sis, don't overthink it. It's just a normal gesture of gratitude. Hold steady for Dad, don't let him fall." Xia Niancy said no more, but the knowing look in her eyes couldn't be hidden. By a little past 10 a.m., relatives and friends began to arrive. "Old Shi, I brought you a 30-year-old vintage. We're not leaving until we're both drunk today." At 11:30, the birthday banquet was about to begin. Old Master CA sat at the head of the table in a traditional Mao suit. Suddenly, the butler hurried in from the door and announced, "Sir, Miss Liu has arrived." My hand trembled as I was pouring tea. The hot water splashed onto my fingers, but I hardly even felt it. My father and Xia Niancy quickly rushed out to welcome her. Lu Qingyuan was holding a delicate mahogany brocade box, a gentle smile resting on her face. "Elder Xi, wishing you a happy 80th birthday. May your happiness be as vast as the eastern sea, and your life as long as the southern mountains." Old Master Xie quickly stood up. "Qingyuan, come in and take a seat. I thought you'd be too busy with work, and wouldn't be able to find the time. It's really thoughtful of you to come. Just a small token of my appreciation. See if you like it." Lu Qingyuan handed the brocade box to Old Master Xi. Opening the box, inside lay a set of the 4 treasures of the study. Xia Zhengbang's eyes lit up. "Good stuff. This is really good stuff. You're too thoughtful, Qingyuan." My father quickly invited her to sit next to me. My heart couldn't help but skip a beat. A little past 2 p.m., the relatives and friends gradually dispersed. Grandpa Shi led Lu Qingyuan into the study. "Chen, go keep watch at the study door. Don't let anyone disturb them. Your grandpa and Qingyuan are talking." I could hear my grandpa and Lu Qingyuan talking from inside the study. I vaguely caught a few words. "Chen, creation, take care of. What could Lu Qingyuan possibly be talking about with my grandpa? Qingyuan, are you serious about Chen? Grandpa, see, you should know my personality. Once I set my mind on someone or something, I never plan on letting go. I know exactly what my status is, and how many rumors and gossip it will bring down on Chen. That's why I won't rush or force him to respond. I just want to stand behind him. When he needs me, I'll be the first to shelter him from the storm and settle all his troubles. I'll give him time and give him enough respect. But Grandpa C, rest assured, he will ultimately only be mine. No one can change that. That boy Chen, his mind is entirely on his studies. He's a bit naive. I don't object to you two seeing each other, but I don't want him getting hurt because of your status. Don't worry, I know. I will respect Chen's wishes. Whenever he figures things out, I'll formally confess my feelings to him. Until then, I will only stay by his side as a friend. All right, Chen is truly blessed to have met you in this lifetime. I wrote this calligraphy piece last year. It's for you. Just consider it a small token of this old man's appreciation. Thank you. I'll definitely treasure it. When Lu Qingyuan was leaving, she saw me leaning against the hallway wall. Her eyes softened a bit. I quickly stood up straight. The two of us walked side by side down the corridor. Lu Qingyuan spoke gently. Were you waiting for me? I nodded and whispered. My mom told me to wait for you here. Let me walk you out. Did you enjoy the food at the birthday banquet? Yeah, it was delicious, especially the braised lion's head meatballs. Sister Qingyuan, thank you for going out of your way to come today, and for giving Grandpa such a wonderful calligraphy gift. No need to thank me. It was the least I could do. Here, this is for you. I found it a while ago, and thought it'd suit you perfectly. I took it and opened it up. It was a calligraphy brush with an emerald green shaft. My eyes lit up. A genuine smile appeared on my face. This brush is beautiful. Thank you. Lu Qingyuan smiled gently along with me. I'm glad you like it. Didn't I mention taking you to my art studio last time? Are you free this weekend? I'll take you there. Really? That's awesome, I said excitedly, but then hesitated a bit. I have to go to the training base this weekend to gather reference materials. Does next weekend work for you? Of course it does. I'll come pick you up next weekend. Head back inside, it's cold out here. She walked over to her car. I watched the car drive away before turning back into the house. My mother asked curiously, Chen, what did Qingyuan give you? A calligraphy brush. I handed the brocade box to my mother. Lin Wanxing opened the brocade box. This is a really good item. Goat hair brush tip, jade shaft. You can tell a lot of thought went into this. Qingyuan really cares deeply for our Chen. Qingyuan is a great girl. You young people should hang out more. Learning from each other is a good thing. I didn't catch the deeper meaning in Grandpa's words and just nodded. Sister Qingyuan really is amazing. Heh. Little brother, you really are as dense as a rock. After I went back to my room to put away the brush, Dad, you saw it too. Qingyuan's feelings for Chen couldn't be more obvious. I was worried for nothing before, thinking Chen was just someone she played with when she was bored. But now it seems I was thinking too small. That girl Qingyuan has always known her boundaries. She compliments Chen perfectly. Yeah, Qingyuan's character and abilities are impeccable. It's just her status. I'm afraid Chen will feel pressured in the future. There will definitely be pressure, but Qingyuan isn't the type to throw her weight around. I talked with her today. She said she would respect Chen's wishes and wouldn't force him. As their elders, we don't need to interfere. Just quietly watching is enough. When Chen realizes their relationship on his own, he'll naturally have an answer. Grandpa's right. I think my brother has feelings for Qingyuan too. He just hasn't noticed it yet. The weekend arrived quickly. Lu Qingyuan came as promised to take me to her art studio. The studio was filled with bookshelves and easels, and the walls were lined with calligraphy and paintings. Are these all your collections? Yeah, I've been collecting them for over a decade. If you like them, you can come here often. These are the military-themed paintings I collected. Aren't you drawing military-themed stuff? You can use them as a reference. I excitedly took the art book. Sister Qingyuan, thank you. You're way too good to me. Lu Qingyuan's heart melted completely. She wanted so badly to tell him that her kindness toward him stemmed from genuine, heartfelt affection. As the sun began to set, I pulled a picture frame from my bag and handed it to her. Sister Qingyuan, I painted this. Even though it's not a perfect likeness, I still wanted to give it to you. Lu Qingyuan accepted the frame with delight. My youthful strokes had captured her cool and aloof aura. It's beautifully painted. I love it. He'll put it in the most prominent spot in the studio. Chen, stop painting for a bit. Come try some of my rock sugar snow pear soup. My mother carried a steaming bowl of sweet soup as she walked out of the kitchen. I put down my brush, washed my hands, and walked over. Mom's pear soup is the best. You're such a sweet talker. The family gathered around the stone table to eat. Halfway through the meal, the butler walked in. Young master, Boss Lu sent someone over with a gift. Sister Qingyuan hasn't shown up for a week. Why did she send someone today? Mr. Xia, Boss Lu heard your design draft is almost finished, so she specifically asked me to deliver this congratulatory gift. Boss Lu instructed me to personally hand this gift directly to you. She knows you need brushes for your painting and poetry, so she prepared this especially for you. She hopes you'll accept it. She shoved the gift box into my hands, then turned around and left. My heart couldn't help but beat a little faster. I opened the gift box. The fountain pen was stamped with the same silver crest as the umbrella. I even saw my name engraved just below the cap. This pen looks anything but ordinary. It feels so nice to hold. It's definitely custom made. My mom teased with a smile. It even has your name engraved on it. She's really so thoughtful. That child Qing Yuan is always so meticulous. Ah Chen, when you have time, you should go to her company to thank her. That way, you'll show your sincerity. I froze for a moment, feeling a bit hesitant. Go to her company? The thought of going to a crowded workplace like that triggers my social anxiety. C and Yancy chimed in to fan the flames. Exactly. Little brother, Boss Lu takes such good care of you. It's only right that you go visit her. I had no choice but to nod. I'll go tomorrow then. Early the next morning, I finished my breakfast, my mind heavy with thoughts. Taking the thank you card I had prepared, along with the desserts my mom made, I headed out to the Lu Group headquarters. Looking up at the magnificent building, I took a deep breath and walked inside. The receptionist asked politely, "Hello, who are you looking for? Do you have an appointment?" "Hi, my name is Xie Chen. I'm here to see Boss Lu Qing Yuan. I contacted Assistant Chen yesterday." I took out my phone to call Chen Suning, only to find 2 missed calls on the screen. Both were from Chen Suning. When did my phone get put on silent? "Mr. C, you're here. Come inside with me." Following Chen Suning upstairs, I felt many eyes land on me. "Who is that?" Assistant Chen went to get him personally. "I don't recognize him, but he's so handsome. He doesn't look like he's here for business. Could he be one of Boss Lu's relatives? Look how polite Chen Suning is to him." Hearing these whispered conversations, I felt a bit awkward. Chen Suning smiled and reassured me. "Don't be nervous, Mr. Shi. Everyone's just curious. They don't mean anything by it. Boss Lu's office is just up ahead." At the end of the hallway, the door to the CEO's office was tightly shut. "Boss Lu, Mr. Shi is here. Come in." The office was huge, decorated in a simple yet elegant style. Lu Qing Yuan casually closed the office door. She pointed to the chair across from her desk. "Have a seat. Go brew a cup of tea and bring it in. Make it by Luochun. Thank you for the fountain pen. I really like it. These are desserts my mom made herself. Just a small token of appreciation. I'm honored to receive a gift from you. I'll cherish this gesture. Sincerely, Xie Chen. I'm glad you like it. Knowing you often write notes when reviewing documents, I thought of getting a custom pen for you. With your name engraved, it'll be handy to use. Mr. Xie, please enjoy the tea. Thank you." I thanked her and took a sip from the teacup. Lu Qing Yuan's gaze fell on the reddened tips of my ears. "Are you that nervous to see me, Ah Chen?" No, I'm not. It's just that you look a lot more serious here than at home. Last time at my grandfather's birthday banquet, you seemed more approachable than you do now." "Oh? Then tell me, what was I like at the banquet?" "You were very gentle and really good at taking care of others. I actually thought you'd focus on praising my shrimp peeling skills. After all, I peeled that entire plate of shrimp for you the other day. Not a single vein was left. Doesn't that count as exclusive treatment?" I gripped my teacup a little tighter. Haha, all right. I'll stop teasing you. By the way, I heard Grandpa Sia say last time that you really like the roasted chestnuts from the shop at the alley entrance. I passed by it a few days ago and noticed they opened a new branch. At the mention of my favorite food, my eyes lit up. Yeah, I've been eating from that old shop since I was a kid. It's a pity they moved so far away. I haven't had them in a long time. The new branch isn't far from my place. I'll pick some up for you next time I pass by. But I won't invite you to my office next time. I'll just deliver them to your house, so you won't be so nervous. I retorted stubbornly. It's just my first time in this kind of setting. I'm just not used to it. We chatted casually about this and that. After about 20 minutes, Chen Suening knocked on the door. "Boss Lu, the meeting is about to start." I quickly spoke up. "It's about time I get going. I won't hold you up from your meeting." Lu Qingyuan suddenly called out to stop me. "Do you have time tonight?" After I finish my meeting, around 6:30, I'll take you out for some private home-style cuisine. The food is very authentic. I froze for a moment and nodded subconsciously. "Sure, I'll wait for you at your door at 6:30 tonight." A satisfied smile appeared on Lu Qingyuan's face as she naturally adjusted my collar. I gave a stiff my heart racing like it was about to burst out of my chest. "Miss Lu, the private room you booked is ready. It's your usual spot. Thank you for the trouble, Uncle Wang. This restaurant has been open for 30 years. I used to come here with my grandpa when I was little. The flavor is very authentic." The private room was decorated with an exceptionally cozy vibe. Lu Qingyuan let me sit first, while she picked up the menu. "I ordered your favorite squirrel-shaped mandarin fish. Uncle Wang makes this dish best." Lu Qingyuan placed a piece of sticky rice stuffed lotus root on my plate. "Try this." The meal was exceptionally heartwarming. Lu Qingyuan spent most of her time serving me food, picking out fish bones, and occasionally sharing amusing stories with me. She made me laugh out loud. When I was a kid playing hide and seek with my friends in the alley, I accidentally fell into a pile of coal and was chased around and scolded by my grandpa. I didn't expect you to be so naughty when you were little. I thought you were just like you are now, super serious. So do you find my naughty childhood self more interesting? Or does my current self suit your taste better? The tips of my ears felt hot, and I stammered, unable to speak. I'm just teasing you. Eat up. Your food is getting cold. After we finished eating, she picked up her phone and checked the time. It's still early. It'll take you somewhere. Where to? You'll know when we get there. 000. Lu Qingyuan kept me in suspense. The car drove for about half an hour and stopped in front of a villa. I was a bit surprised. Where is this? It's a private cinema co-opened by some friends in the Beijing circle. It's quite peaceful. No one will bother us. Boss Lu, the screening room you booked is ready. The movie has also been set up according to your request. The theater was furnished with over a dozen spacious leather sofas. Lu Qingyuan led me to sit in the middle. A server quickly brought over popcorn and cola. The movie started. I quickly became immersed in the plot. Lu Qingyuan's gaze remained fixed on me the entire time. While reaching for my cola, I accidentally brushed against her hand. I apologized softly. Sorry, but she gently held my hand. My heart raced so fast it felt like it was going to explode. After a moment, she slowly let go. She picked up the popcorn instead. Have some of this. I took the popcorn, not daring to look at her again. I kept my eyes glued to the screen, but my mind was a total mess. When the movie ended, Lu Qingyuan reached over and ruffled my hair. Her movements were natural and intimate. Let me know whenever you want to see a movie. It'll take you. When we got downstairs, it's raining. I'll go get an umbrella. After getting in the car, I noticed her shoulder was soaked. Turns out she had tilted most of the umbrella toward me and ended up getting rained on herself. Sister Qingyuan, your shoulder is wet. It's nothing, just a little rain. It's fine. How is it fine? You'll catch a cold. I was a little anxious. Lu Qingyuan looked at my serious expression, her eyes full of tenderness. She obediently let me wipe her shoulder. The car drove back to the Shi family villa. The rain still hadn't stopped. Lu Qingyuan wanted to get out and walk me to the door. I quickly said, you don't have to. Sister Qingyuan, this is fine. Hurry back and change your clothes. Don't catch a cold. I pushed the door open, wanting to make a run for it. Lu Qingyuan called out to me. Wait. She grabbed a black umbrella from the car and handed it to me. Take the umbrella. Don't get wet. Be good. Hurry inside. I had no choice but to take the umbrella and walk to the door. I'll watch you. I'll leave after you go in. Reaching the door, I glanced back and waved at her. As soon as I walked in, my mother teased me with a smile. Oh, Qingyuan brought you back? It's raining outside. Sister Qingyuan drove me back. Your sister Qingyuan really cares about you. Meanwhile, Lu Qingyuan returned home. Wang Ma had already prepared hot water and clean clothes for her. Seeing her return, she hurriedly said, Miss, hurry and take a hot shower and change your clothes. Don't catch a cold. Miss, the old madam is waiting for you. Lu Qingyuan raised an eyebrow. She paused while taking the teacup. Grandma isn't asleep yet. End quote. Is something the matter? Just as Wang Ma was about to speak, old Madame Lu walked out, staring at her with sparkling eyes. The old lady looked at Lu Qingyuan with a mischievous glint. Oh, my precious granddaughter, let Grandma take a good look at you. Coming back from a date with a handsome young man. You look completely different. Lu Qingyuan understood immediately. She helplessly helped the old lady sit down. You weren't waiting for me. You clearly just wanted to gossip. It seems the news of me taking Ah Chen to the movies has already reached you, Grandma. I haven't had much work lately, and rarely have free time, so I just took a friend out. She deliberately used the word friend, not wanting to overstate their relationship. After all, Ah Chen and I have only met a few times, and she was afraid her grandmother would get too eager. A friend who could make our CEO Lu cancel her social engagements and personally act as a chauffeur. I've never seen you care so much about any friend. Wang Ma immediately stepped forward and handed her a photo. Grandma, you're certainly well informed. Has the young master of the Shi family in Beijing. Elder Mr. Xi is a famous calligraphy and painting master in Beijing. I wonder if you've noticed him. Xi Zhengbang's grandson. Of course I do. I even have his ink orchid painting in my study. You've got pretty good taste. Grandma, Ah Chen and I haven't known each other for long. We're still getting to know each other. Please don't be in such a hurry. Getting to know each other. Huh? No need to rush, of course. Aren't we hosting a charity banquet tomorrow? I'll have Wang Ma deliver an invitation. We were already inviting some painters and artists anyway. So well, just invite Mr. Xie and his grandson. Along with them, when the time comes, our family will all just pretend to casually steal a few glances. How does that sound? Don't you think your grandma's idea is brilliant? Lu Qingyuan didn't know whether to laugh or cry. This idea really showed off her grandmother's unique brand of cleverness. She had just nodded when the old lady patted her hand and warned her, Remember, make absolutely sure you don't blow our cover. I heard the young man has a sweet tooth. I need to tell the kitchen to make a few more Jiangnan pastries. The next day, a servant from the Shi family ran into the living room. Madam, there's a guest outside. She says she's the housekeeper from the Lu estate and wants to see the master and young master. Lin Wanqing quickly had the servant invite her in. Wang Ma walked into the living room and quickly handed the invitation in her hand to Lin Wanqing. Sorry to intrude, madam. I am from Lu Qingyuan, CEO Lu's household. I am housekeeper, Wang Ma. There's a charity banquet tonight. Many veteran artists will be attending, so our old madam asked me to come over to deliver an invitation for elder Mr. Shai and young Master Shai. So it's Wang Ma. Please, have a seat. Someone pour some tea. Old Madam Lu is too thoughtful to specifically have you make this trip. My father-in-law and Ah Chen, if they knew they could meet those veteran artists, they would be absolutely thrilled. Don't worry, Wang Ma. For tonight's banquet, the grandfather and grandson will definitely arrive on time. Good. I still have things to attend to, so I won't stay any longer. Thank you for your hard work coming all this way. Please give our regards to old Madam Lu when you return. Lin Wanqing walked Wang Ma to the door. Watching Wang Ma's car slowly pull away from the alley, Lin Wanqing returned to the living room with a brisk step. She immediately pulled out her phone and called elder Mr. Shi. Dad, where are you? Hurry back. I have good news. What good news is so urgent? I'm at a crucial point in my chess game right now. Forget about the chess for now. The Lu family's housekeeper just came over and dropped off an invitation for a charity banquet. They specifically invited you and Ah Chen. They said a lot of veteran artists will be there tonight. This is a rare opportunity. Hurry back so we can talk about it. I know. I'm heading back right now. Lin Wanqing walked into my bedroom and gently patted me. Ah Chen, wake up. I've got good news for you. I groggily opened my eyes, rubbing them as I mumbled, Mom, what's wrong? Lin Wanqing smiled and held the invitation right in front of my eyes. The Lu family just sent over an invitation. They're hosting a charity banquet tonight and invited a ton of veteran artists. Right now is exactly the time you should be mingling with these kinds of people. Tonight is an absolutely perfect opportunity. Even a casual word of advice from them could bring you a totally different kind of inspiration. Even though you've been influenced by your grandfather since you were little, people from all walks of life will be there tonight. I naturally knew whose intention this invitation was. The Lu family and the Xia family didn't usually interact this closely. Yet right after Lu Qingyuan took me out to eat, they sent over an invitation, and even specifically asked for me, a younger generation member. The hidden meaning behind it was as clear as day. Mom, isn't this imposing too much on the Lu family? I'm just a junior. Would it be inappropriate for me to go to this kind of event? Silly boy. This invitation was personally sent by old Madam Lu. She specifically mentioned inviting you, so how could it be inappropriate? Besides, with your grandpa and Qingyuan there, who would dare slight you? Hurry up and get washed. Mom will help you pick out an outfit. We can't forget our manners. Wanqing, where's the invitation? Quick, let me see it. Your grandpa is so impatient, he'd even ditch a chess game halfway through. Hurry downstairs when you're done washing up. Good boy. An invitation to this kind of banquet. So many people beg for one and still can't get it. I don't even know if this old man is riding your coattails, or if you're riding mine. Dad, stop teasing Ah Chen. Ah Chen, come here. Mom picked out an elegant suit for you. Try it on. Yes, this one is great. A gentleman among bamboo, it perfectly matches our Ah Chen's aura. And it suits the older artist's tastes too. Be polite when you meet the Lu family tonight, but don't be too stiff. Right now, the Lu family is the one after something. In the afternoon, the Shi family's black sedan pulled up smoothly. At the entrance of the hotel hosting the charity banquet, glamorously dressed guests entered one after another. Elder Xie. Ah Chen. I whipped my head around and saw Lu Qingyuan standing not far away, slowly walking over. Lu Qingyuan handed one of her champagne glasses to Grandpa Shi, then took a glass of juice from a waiter's tray and handed it to me. I know you don't drink, so I specifically got you some freshly squeezed orange juice. Thank you. That's very thoughtful. I was just worrying about not finding anyone I know. With you here, Ah Chen can be a bit more at ease. I just spotted a few old friends over there. I'll head over and say hi first. Qingyuan, please look after Ah Chen for me. After saying that, ignoring my surprised look, he turned and walked toward his friends. Lu Qingyuan naturally guided me toward the east side of the banquet hall. As we passed the exhibition area, she even deliberately lowered her voice to introduce the paintings on the wall. So this must be Ah Chen, truly an elegant young man. Qingyuan, take Ah Chen to meet Mr. Zhang and the others. They were just saying they wanted to chat with a young person who understands art. Haha. Grandpa Zhang, Grandpa Li, this is Mr. Xi Zhengbang's grandson. Xia Chen has studied painting under Mr. Xi for years. Ah Chen, these gentlemen are seniors in the calligraphy and painting world. I quickly stepped forward to greet them. When the older gentlemen heard I was Xi Zhengbang's grandson, they enthusiastically chatted with me about painting techniques. Ah Chen, let Qingyuan take you outside to look around. I instinctively glanced in Lu Qingyuan's direction. There's a small garden outside. They planted some tuberose, and they're blooming beautifully right now. Want to go take a look? I nodded, and followed her into the small garden. Lu Qingyuan was just about to say something, when Wang Mas hurried. yet respectful footsteps came from behind. Lu Qingyuan turned to look at Wang Ma. "Miss, there's a situation with the old madam. She wants you to come over. She said a few elders want to see you." "Got it. I'll be right there. I'll be right back. Wait for me right here. Don't wander off. There are waiters in the garden. Call them if you need anything." I stood there, her gentle instructions still echoing in my ears, her faint, sweet fragrance lingering at the tip of my nose. My heartbeat couldn't help but speed up a bit. Just then, an intentionally loud voice came from behind. Some people really just rely on knowing how to paint a few strokes and think they can climb the social ladder. Turning around, and saw Lin Zihao standing behind me with a glass of red wine. The contempt in his eyes was completely undisguised. The few people next to him chimed in agreement. I gripped my orange juice tightly. "Excuse me, sir. I was invited here by Grandma Lu." "Humph, an invitation? You probably used some underhanded tricks to get CEO Lu to bring you in, didn't you? Let me tell you, the spot next to Qing Yuan isn't something someone like you can covet. Isn't something someone like you can covet." His foot suddenly slipped, and the wine glass in his hand splashed straight onto my clothes. The dark red wine instantly soaked in. Hearing the commotion, the surrounding guests looked over, and murmurs erupted all around. "Lin Zihao, what are you doing?" Lin Zihao's father hurried over. Lin Zihao hadn't yet realized the severity of the situation. "Dad, I didn't mean to. He got in the way himself." "Shut up." Lin Ziye cut him off sharply, and hastily stepped forward to apologize to me. "Mr. Lin, is this the good son you've raised?" Lu Qingyuan took a towel from a nearby waiter, gently wiped my clothes, then looked at Lin Ziye beside her. Cold sweat instantly broke out on Lin Ziye's forehead. "Mr. Lin, keep your son in check." Lin Zihao finally felt afraid. "Hurry up and apologize to Mr. Shi." "I am sorry. Mr. Shi, I didn't mean it." The panic in my heart gradually faded, replaced by an inexplicable sense of security. It must have been incredibly difficult for Lu Qingyuan to reach her current status. I can't let her make enemies everywhere just because of me. I whispered beside her, "Forget it. Qingyuan, he already apologized." Lu Qingyuan reassured me, "Don't be afraid." Then she turned to look at Lin Zi. "Mr. Lin, I hope something like this won't happen again." Yes. "Rest assured, CEO Lu. I'll definitely discipline my son properly." After saying that, he grabbed Lin Zihao and fled in panic. Lu Qingyuan's voice was gentle to the extreme. "Did that scare you?" "No. You stepped in just in time. Qingyuan, there are too many people here. I'll take you upstairs to the lounge to sit for a bit. I'll have Wang Ma find you some clean clothes." The two of us walked into the lounge. Wang Ma soon brought over a set of clean clothes. When I changed and came out, I saw Lu Qingyuan sitting on the sofa, holding a slice of strawberry cake, with a pot of tea beside her. "Freshly brewed tea. Come have some. This strawberry cake was just made. Try it." "Qingyuan, did I cause trouble for you just now?" "Don't worry. It's fine." 11 p.m. Lu Qingyuan had just seen me into the car, when she was cornered outside the old estate by Shen Wenwen. "Qingyuan, not bad. That protective attitude of yours really opened my eyes." Zhang Rui and Zhao Qin were following behind her. Lu Qingyuan merely glanced at them faintly. "Why haven't you left yet?" "Leave? How could we miss such a big show?" "Did you see Lin Zai's face just now? It was pale as a ghost. Has probably still shivering. More than that, I bet Lin Zia will be asking someone to deliver an apology to you by tomorrow. But speaking of which, when do you plan to confess to him?" "What's the rush?" "Has not like the others. I need to take it slow." "Ooh, you haven't even won him over yet, and you're already being so protective. I heard Lin Zihao has always liked you. He came to the banquet tonight specifically to bump into you. Ha ha ha. But you spent the whole time with Mr. Shi. He probably went crazy with jealousy, which is why he did that. But it's fine. This incident really showed us where your heart lies. We used to think you were going to be single for the rest of your life. Looks like we were worrying for nothing." "Oh, right." When things calmed down in a while, the rest of us agreed to go to the new hot spring resort Zhang Rui's family built. "Qing Yuan, you have to come with us. Bring Shi Chen along too. Consider it as an apology to him. And let us get to know him while we're at it. I'll ask him. If he wants to go, he can come along." "Sounds good. Honestly, we're all really happy for you. After all these years, we finally get to see you care about someone. You better hold on to him. Don't let him slip away." Lu Qingyuan nodded. Approaching midnight, after Lu Qingyuan saw them off, she stood in the courtyard, took out her phone, and texted me. "Don't take what happened today to heart. No one will ever dare to bully you again." After thinking about it, she deleted it and typed a new message. "Was the cake good? Next time, I'll have the kitchen make one and send it over to you." It didn't take long to get a reply. It was delicious. Followed by a smiley face sticker. I sat on the living room couch, looking at the tickets for the Moyen Chungkyu art exhibition on my phone, staring at the sold-out notice. Why is my life so miserable? What's wrong? What's got you so stressed out? Xi Nianxi walked over. I handed her my phone in disappointment. Xi Nianxi couldn't help but laugh. "Is that it? I'll get you a ticket." "Really, sis? I've been looking forward to this exhibition for a long time. If you can actually get me a ticket, what then? Then you're my absolute favorite sister. Xianniancy rolled her eyes, taking out her phone to contact a friend. I know a vice president from the exhibition's organizing committee. We worked together last time. They should at least do me this favor. She made the call and warmly exchanged a few pleasantries with the other party. But the longer they talked, the more her expression fell. This is troublesome. After she hung up, she threw her hands up helplessly. I looked at her expectantly. How did it go? Xianniancy sighed. This exhibition is just too popular. It's sold out a month in advance. Even the organizers' internal tickets are all gone, the VP said. Scalpers are selling them for $3,000 a pop right now, and they might not even be real. Seeing my eyes instantly lose their spark, she felt bad and added, how about I just buy you a scalp ticket? Even though it's pricey, it's worth it if you get to see it. I shook my head. No, scalp tickets are way too expensive. And more importantly, I'm worried they're scams. A little after 8 p.m., I was sitting at my desk, flipping through the exhibition's digital catalog. My phone suddenly buzzed. It was a message from Lu Qingyuan. Saw your moments. You seem upset. A glimmer of hope swelled in my heart. I hesitated for a moment, then tested the waters. I want to go to the Moyin Chunchu art exhibition, but the tickets are completely sold out. My sister tried to pull some strings, but couldn't get any. Qingyuan, do you think you could help me get a ticket? Don't worry, I'll handle it. Lu Qingyuan replied very quickly. A moment later, Lu Qingyuan started a video call. I took a deep breath and answered the call. I just spoke with the organizer. I had him set aside a ticket for you. Just go straight to the exhibition tomorrow and give them your name. Really? That's amazing. Thank you so much, Sister Qingyuan. No need to be so polite with me. Wear comfortable shoes tomorrow. The exhibition is pretty big, so you'll be doing a lot of walking. Okay. The next day, I walked up to the reception desk at the entrance. Hello, MC Chen. I have an appointment. You must be Mr. Xie. Hello, I'm the person in charge of the art exhibition. My name is Zhang Qin. Boss Zhao specifically instructed me to come and receive you. Sorry for the trouble, Manager Zhang. Then let me introduce you to the details of this exhibition. Zhang Qin detailed every painting to me. I was completely engrossed in looking at them. Just then, a woman walked over and asked, Excuse me, are you Mr. Xie Chen? Yes, I am. And you are? I'm Zhao Qin, Qingyuan's good friend. She told me you were coming to the exhibition today, and specifically told me to look after you. I've heard for a long time that old Mr. Shi has a very talented grandson. Seeing is believing, indeed. Hello, Boss Zhao. Thank you, and sorry for the trouble. No need to be so polite. Just call me Zhao Qin, or like you call Qingyuan. Just call me Sister Qin, I quickly replied. Okay, Sister Qin. Boss Zhao, I'll get back to work then. Call me if you need anything. Seeing Zhao Qin come over personally, Zhang Qin tactfully stepped aside. After that, Zhao Qin and I hit it off and had a great chat. The phone in my pocket suddenly vibrated. I smiled apologetically at Zhao Qin and quickly answered the phone. Sister Qingyuan, are you done with the exhibition? I'm waiting for you in the garage. Just come straight down when you're done. Yeah, I'm done. I'll be right down, I quickly replied and hung up. Sister Qin, I'm so sorry. I have something to do. I have to go now. I smiled awkwardly at Zhao Qin. A knowing smile flashed in Zhao Qin's eyes. Let's go. I'll go with you. Just in time to meet her. Lu Qingyuan stood by the car, holding a bottle of mineral water. Zhao Qin spoke first. Wow, Qingyuan. My face as the organizer isn't as big as this handsome guy's, huh? Lu Qingyuan walked up and naturally handed the water to me first. When can a meeting be held? Old Mr. Shi's ink orchid painting. I'll go with you to get it next time. Oh, starting to make empty promises now? Haha, Chen. Qingyuan might look cold on the outside, but she's actually very thoughtful. If she ever bullies you in the future, just tell me. We'll help you deal with her. You're joking, Sister Zhao Qin. Sister Qingyuan wouldn't bully me. Listen to that, already protecting her. Alright, I won't bother you two anymore. I still have things to do at the company, so I'll get going. She walked to her car, turned around and mouthed to Lu Qingyuan. Good luck. Lu Qingyuan ignored her and said to me, after walking around for so long, you must be tired. Get in the car. I'll take you somewhere. I got into the car and asked curiously, Sister Qingyuan, where are we going? Didn't you say before that you wanted to eat sugar-roasted chestnuts? We have time now. Let's go buy some. My heart felt like it had been gently nudged by something. A subtle sweetness welled up inside me. I just casually mentioned it during our chat last time. I didn't expect Lu Qingyuan to actually remember it. I stood next to her, watching Lu Qingyuan, seriously confirming the flavor details with the boss. If only this scene could last forever. How wonderful would that be? Back in the car. Try it and see if it still tastes the same. Lu Qingyuan peeled a chestnut and held it up to my lips. I opened my mouth subconsciously, and the warm chestnut melted on my tongue. Is it good? Lu Qingyuan peeled another one and placed it in my hand. It's delicious. I nodded. It tastes exactly the same. Thank you, Sister Qingyuan. My affection for her spread like growing vines in my heart. But the stronger this feeling became, the more I panicked. I was afraid of falling too deep, only to end up with nothing but shattered hopes. Sister Qingyuan, are you this good to everyone? I regretted the words the moment they left my mouth. A smile played at the corners of Lu Qingyuan's lips. What do you think? I don't know. Her question made my heart race instantly. Lu Qingyuan didn't press the issue. She just chuckled softly. Achin is reserved and sensitive. He needs to be guided slowly. I'm in no rush. I have all the time in the world to wait for him to let go of his worries. Keep the art book safe. It has Mr. Huang's autograph inside. It's very precious. Thank you so much for today. Not only did you get me tickets to the art exhibition, but you also came with me to buy chestnuts. I have the day off tomorrow. A new private tea house just opened in the west side of the city. The atmosphere is really nice, and they serve early spring Longjing tea. Would you like to go there together? My heart fluttered, but I still shook my head. No thank you. Sister Qingyuan, I have to stay home and paint with Grandpa tomorrow, so I won't be able to make it. Lu Qingyuan's eyes dimmed for a moment. All right, enjoy your time with your grandpa then. After I got home, I placed the art book on the desk and took a sip of water from my cup, trying to calm my racing heart. I was just by the window, and I saw CEO Lu helping you hold your art book. She even waved goodbye to you. That's no ordinary treatment. Did she ask you out? For next time? She did. She asked me to get tea with her at a private tea house on the west side tomorrow, but I turned her down. What? You turned her down? Why? I have to paint with Grandpa tomorrow. Si Zhengbang set down his calligraphy brush, a knowing smile in his eyes. Achin, Grandpa knows what you're worried about. You feel the gap between you and Qingyuan is too big. You're afraid of what people will say, and you're afraid of falling for her. Am I right, Grandpa? Sister Qingyuan and I are from completely different worlds. She's so outstanding. She must be surrounded by guys who are way better than me. I just don't want to end up making a fool of myself. Silly boy. Status and background have never been the measure of true love. That girl, Lu Qingyuan, I've been observing her for a while. She's not the kind of girl to use her power to bully others. And her feelings for you. Anyone with eyes can see them. I know you're afraid of getting hurt, but love is never smooth sailing. If you back down just because you're scared, you might miss out on a lifetime of happiness. I stayed silent. The conflict in my heart felt like a tight knot. Every word Grandpa said made perfect sense, but I just couldn't suppress my worries about reality. Maybe I should keep my distance from Sister Qingyuan and let these forbidden feelings slowly fade away. From that day on, I started intentionally avoiding Lu Qingyuan. At first, she thought I was just really busy, so she didn't mind. But after it happened a few more times, she realized something was wrong. Achin went out to see a movie with his friends. I heard it's that new sci-fi movie that just came out. I've been trying to ask him out for days. Why would he suddenly go see a sci-fi movie with a friend? Achin, doesn't he hate that genre the most? Miss Lu, why did you suddenly call me? Is there something you need me to do? It's nothing. I just ran into Aunt Lin, she said. Chen went to see a new sci-fi movie with a friend. I was just asking casually. Watching a movie? A sci-fi movie? That's not right. Chen has been in his upstairs art studio all day today. When I went to the study to grab some documents this morning, I passed by his studio and even said hi to him. Chen was so focused. Oh, by the way, Miss Lu, do you know anyone from the art supply shops down in Jiangnan? I wanted to use some connections to get some authentic paints. Chen is deliberately avoiding me. Lu Group CEO's office. Lu Qingyuan was uncharacteristically zoning out in her office. Chen Xuening stood in front of the desk, holding a stack of documents. Miss Lu, this supplementary plan needs your signature. Lu Qingyuan picked up a pen and signed her name, but her handwriting was a bit messier than usual. Miss Lu, if you're tired, how about the 3 p.m. meeting? I host it for you? No need. Lu Qingyuan suddenly remembered what Shen Wenwen had said and dialed her number directly. Qingyuan, what brings you to call me today? I need your help with something. Does your calligraphy and painting exhibition need an expert volunteer? Someone who can guide the layout of the exhibition hall and understands the aesthetics of painting and calligraphy. Of course we do. I was just stressing over not being able to find an expert. Xie Chen's major is a perfect match. Send out a formal invitation in the name of the organizer. Just say you heard has Elder Xie's grandson, and you're specially inviting him to provide guidance. The reason needs to be legitimate. You can't let him figure out it was my idea. Don't worry, leave it to me. I'll have someone draft the invitation right away. It will be delivered first thing tomorrow morning. I promise it'll be completely flawless. He won't be able to find a single issue with it. But you have to remember you owe me a drink for this, and it has to be the best kind. Hanging up the phone, Lu Qingyuan's tense nerves finally relaxed. On the day of the event, I can just conveniently pass by the exhibition. That way, I can see him naturally. This exhibition is quite prestigious. Chen, it would be good for you to go help out. It'll be beneficial for your painting. I feel like there's something fishy going on here. Why would they suddenly invite me? Whatever. I've been feeling a bit stressed lately anyway, so going out to relax might be a good idea. All right, I nodded. I'll go. The event was on a Saturday. I arrived at the activity center half an hour early. As soon as I walked through the door, Shen Wenwen hurried over enthusiastically to greet me. Mr. Shi, welcome, welcome. I nodded politely. You're too kind, Manager Shen. It's my honor to be able to help out with the exhibition. The exhibition hall is on the second floor. It'll take you up to have a look. Shen Wenwen led me towards the stairs. A number of paintings had already been hung on the walls of the second floor. Several staff members were carrying frames to hang up. Everyone, stop for a moment. Let me introduce you all. Oh, this is Mr. Shi, a young painter. We specially invited him today to guide the layout of our exhibition hall. You all need to follow Mr. Z's arrangements, all right? I wouldn't dare. We can just discuss everything together. Manager Shen, I think we can partition the area by theme. Next, I pulled out my tape measure and earnestly started working. Shen Wenwen stood to the side, watching, and quietly took out her phone to send a message to Lu Qingyuan, as very professional. Less than 2 minutes later, Lu Qingyuan quickly replied, "I'll be right there." 20 minutes later, Lu Qingyuan's car pulled up to the entrance of the activity center. Holding a thermos in her hand, she pretended to just be passing by. The corners of Lu Qingyuan's lips curled up unconsciously. As she walked in, she saw me standing on a ladder, reaching out to adjust the angle of a picture frame. Be careful. Her voice carried a faint trace of hidden tension. It startled me, and the ladder wobbled under my feet. Lu Qingyuan quickly stepped forward, reaching out to firmly steady the ladder. Are you okay? Sister Qingyuan, what are you doing here? Just came to take a look. It's hot out, so I brought you some chilled chrysanthemum tea. I added a little honey. Drink some to cool off. I took a small sip. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught a glimpse of Shen Wenwen snickering not far away. This event was probably specially arranged by Lu Qingyuan. Mr. Shi's layout plan is indeed professional. Qingyuan, you're just in time. Help us see how it looks. It's certainly much more organized than before. The paintings are beautifully spaced out. The theme is clear, and it has both visual impact and a sense of beauty. Very creative. Praised by her like this, my heart started beating even faster. I quickly pointed to a piece of calligraphy on the wall to change the subject. For the next 3 days, I locked myself in my study. On the evening of the 4th day, my phone screen suddenly lit up. It was a message from Lu Qingyuan, followed by a location pin. My finger hovered, hesitating between typing OK and forget it. 123, 123, 123. 123. Qingyuan is a great girl. She has good intentions, don't always push people away. Remembering what Grandpa said this morning, I reluctantly replied with an 124123. Lu Qingyuan replied very quickly. When I walked out of the courtyard gate, Lu Qingyuan was already there. Get in. I got into the car, deliberately shifting toward the corner of the passenger seat. Lu Qingyuan acted as if she didn't notice my little movement. Just as we walked to the entrance of the kanji shop, Qingyuan, you're here. Business is booming. Uncle Zhou. I brought a friend to taste your cooking. Lu Qingyuan pulled out a chair and let me sit down. 2 bowls of tingzai kanji, with extra peanuts, and a plate of cucumber salad, not too spicy. You got it, the boss replied briskly. It'll be right up. He poured us 2 glasses of warm lemon water. Boss Joe used to live near my house, and once when his son had some trouble at school, I helped sort it out. Miss Lu, Mr. Shi, enjoy your meal. Let me know if you want more. It's all you can eat today. Thank you, Uncle Zhou. I thanked him softly. Lu Qingyuan watched me eating with relish. How is it? Does it taste the same as before? I nodded. Seeing that I was almost finished eating, Lu Qingyuan finally spoke up. From dropping you off after the art exhibition to picking you up today, you've been avoiding me. You don't reply to my messages. You don't answer my calls. Even when I ask you out, you make up a bunch of excuses to brush me off. Si Chen, tell me. Why are you avoiding me, huh? My chest felt a bit tight, and my grip on the spoon tightened. I'm not avoiding you. I just feel a bit uncomfortable. Uncomfortable? Is it being with me that makes you uncomfortable? Or is it me as a person that makes you uncomfortable? How was I uncomfortable? I was clearly far too comfortable. The sense of security I felt when I was with her. Like a frog being boiled in warm water, making me feel like I'm about to drown in that tenderness. But it's exactly that sense of security that makes me so terribly panicked. I'm afraid of people gossiping. Afraid they'll say I'm clinging to someone out of my league, saying I'm using your status to climb the social ladder. Those people at school, they despise people who rely on connections the most. I don't want to be pointed at and judged. And you have to deal with so much work every day and handle so many social engagements. I don't want to become a burden to you. We're just different. You're the high and mighty CEO Lu, and I'm just an ordinary person. Your experiences, your social circle. I can't even touch the edges of them. I'm afraid I won't be able to keep up with you. And I'm even more afraid that this heart full of joy will ultimately just amount to nothing. True, I've seen the turbulent waves of the business world and walked through the thorns of human deceit, while he is still like a blank sheet of paper. This gap brings a sense of helplessness and heartache that makes me sigh secretly in the dead of night. But so what? I met him, and that's that. It's the first time I've fallen for a man. How could I possibly let go? Who dares to gossip? As long as I'm here, no one in Jing City would dare point at your nose and run their mouths. As for clinging, I, Lu Qingyuan, am the one trying to woo you. Since when does anyone else get a say in that? None of these are excuses for you to back down. My current status allows me to be the first one to step up and protect you. This isn't a gap between us. It's the confidence I can give you. I won't let you back away, and you can't back away either. Her words dispelled all the anxiety and panic in my heart, making my heart race faster and faster. But no buts. I know what you're thinking. I can help you solve all of this. I can make my feelings clear to Grandpa C and your parents. I can let everyone know that I, Lu Qingyuan, like you. Why are you suddenly bringing this up? I never thought Lu Qingyuan would confess her feelings so directly. If I don't say it now, who knows how long you'll keep avoiding me. From the first time you stumbled into my lounge, I noticed you. At that time, I just thought, this guy is so radiant. Later, when we chatted, I realized you're incredibly talented. I wanted to get closer to you more and more. Her words felt like magic. She actually noticed me way back then. I know saying this might be a bit sudden. I'm not forcing you to give me an answer right now. I just wanted to let you know how I feel. You can take your time to think about it. No matter what decision you make, I will respect it. But I hope you won't hide from me anymore. Let's just be like we were before, okay? I didn't say a word. Looking at our intertwined hands, I could feel her nervousness. Then you're not allowed to use your CEO status to threaten me anymore. And you definitely can't use your status as an older sister to pressure me. Ah Chen is giving his silent consent. He accepted my feelings. Okay, I promise. Then can I call you Ah Chen from now on? I don't want to call you Mr. C anymore. How many times have you even called me Mr. She? Haven't you always been calling me Ah Chen? And you're only asking now? Ah Chen. Yeah, it's hot out. Have some watermelon to cool down. This watermelon just came out of the fridge. It's very sweet. Thank you, Uncle Zhou. Sorry for the trouble, Uncle Zhou. Haha. Ah Chen. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Have some watermelon. What are you panicking for? I'm not. Is the porridge good? You've got some crushed peanuts here. Uncle Zhou is a great cook. Just tell me whenever you want some in the future. I'll bring you here. You don't need to go through so much trouble. I can come by myself. Ah Chen. Let me give you a hug. My mind instantly went blank. I forgot how I even got back home. How is this woman already so good at flirting right after we started dating? She's got my heart beating out of my chest even now. The people in the living room all looked up the moment I opened the door. You're back. Come sit down. Mom made some snow fungus soup. It's just warmed up. How did it go with Qingyuan? What kind of stupid question is that? Not bad, little bro. You finally won Qingyuan over. The spoon in my mouth stopped in midair. We just had a meal together. Don't overthink it. Then why is your face so red? Did Qingyuan say anything to you? I couldn't hold it in any longer. She confessed to me. Oh my. Someone finally has their eyes on our Ah Chen. I saw this coming a long time ago. Everything Boss Lu did before. Which one of them wasn't her trying to win our family over? Qingyuan is a great girl, both in character and ability. It's a good thing you two have feelings for each other. I'm relieved knowing you're together. You need to learn to communicate more when you're with her. Don't be like your sister, blowing up at the slightest thing. I know. Qingyuan is busy, so the fact that she makes time to eat and shop with you shows that you're in her heart. Exactly. So many people want to suck up to Boss Lu but don't even have the chance. Don't take it for granted, little bro. The last class of the weekend ended. Xie Chen. Wait a moment. A girl jogged up to me. Lu Qingyuan saw the two of us from afar, standing together, talking and laughing. A wave of jealousy welled up from the bottom of her heart, until I turned around and walked toward the car. Are you tired? I'm all right. Why is the AC so cold? I reached out to adjust the temperature, but Lu Qingyuan grabbed my wrist. Her tone carried a barely noticeable hint of jealousy. Are you close with that girl from just now? She's in the same department as me. She took a sick leave last time and missed class, so she borrowed my notes to copy. Look, she even wrote a thank you note for me. Stay away from her from now on. Girls are full of scheming thoughts. That's just prejudice, or purely just classmates. Besides, she has a boyfriend. Last time, she even asked me for advice on how to pick out a birthday present for her boyfriend. Lu Qingyuan's expression softened a bit. Whatever, Ah Chen is still young. He doesn't understand the twists and turns of a woman's mind. I'll just have to teach him slowly in the future. All right, I'll stop teasing you. What do you want to eat tonight? I made a reservation at that old Chongqing hot pot place in the south of the city. I heard boiling tripe in their double flavor pot is exceptionally good. Really? I've been wanting to eat there for a long time. Last time, Lin Song said their sesame oil dip is a secret recipe. It's absolutely amazing with tender beef. Not long after we sat down, the waiter brought over the double flavor hot pot. The aroma instantly filled the entire private room. I was excitedly holding my sesame oil bowl, mixing my dipping sauce, when the door to the private room was suddenly pushed open. A strange man walked in. Qingyuan, it really is you. I saw your car downstairs earlier. I thought I saw it wrong. Is there something you need, Mr. Shen? Lu Qingyuan frowned. She obviously didn't expect to run into Shen Wenwen's brother here. My dad asked me to come talk to Director Zhang about something. I didn't expect it to be such a coincidence to run into you here. Shen Qinghui acted as if he didn't hear the distance in her voice. Is this your assistant? Lu Qingyuan paused, holding her teacup. Will Ah Chen get jealous over me? Mr. Shen, if you have business, you should go find Director Zhang. We're eating here. Qingyuan, I'm not saying your assistant is bad. I just think he's a bit cowardly and timid. If He is going to stay by your side in the future. Mr. Shen, is it? First of all, I'm not her assistant. I'm her boyfriend. Second, no matter how lacking I might be, I'm still better than someone who doesn't even know basic manners and just barges into other people's private rooms. What nonsense are you spouting? Qingyuan and I have known each other since we were kids. Our relationship is knowing each other since childhood a big deal. You've known her all these years and she still isn't with you. What does that tell you? It means you just don't cut it. Also, at least I know to knock before entering a room, unlike some people who clearly see us eating, yet shamelessly refuse to leave. That's called being uncultured. You've gone too far. Qingyuan, look at him. Mr. Shen, please watch your words. Ah Chen is my boyfriend. I don't want to hear such disrespectful remarks again. Besides, we aren't that close. Please don't bother me again in the future. Shen Qinghui shot me a fierce glare. He turned on his heel and stormed out of the private room. I swatted Lu Qingyuan's hand away. Don't be mad anymore. I'm really not close to him. We only met a few times when we were kids. Not close. Why didn't you say that when he first walked in? You were just deliberately watching me get bullied, weren't you? I was wrong. It's my fault. It's just that when I saw that female classmate talking to you, I felt a bit uncomfortable. I just wanted to see if you cared about me. How is that the same? Zhou Xuan has no ulterior motives toward me whatsoever. We're just normal classmates. But that Shen Qinghui, his eyes were practically glued to you. He was doing that on purpose to show off in front of me, deliberately trying to piss me off. Yes, it's not the same. I was making a mountain out of a molehill. If something like this happens again, I promise to kick them out right away, okay? And I promise, from now on, it'll keep my distance from the opposite sex, except for my grandpa, my dad, and you. I won't let anyone get close. Deal? Was I a bit too impulsive? But seeing Shen Qinghui act so close to her, I just couldn't control my anger. How about this? To make it up to you, 101. Tomorrow, I'll have my assistant buy you some Xuan paper. I heard a batch of vintage Xuan paper just arrived. It's perfect for fine brushwork painting. All right? Lu Qingyuan looked at my angry expression. The joy in her heart was practically overflowing. She picked up a piece of beef tripe and put it in my bowl. Eat up. If it overcooks, it won't taste good. On the way home, I leaned back in my seat. Actually, when I was telling Shen Qinghui off earlier, I was pretty nervous inside. I know, but you looked incredibly handsome just now. The car soon arrived at the Shea family's front gate. Lu Qingyuan helped me unbuckle my seatbelt. She leaned in and said, "Good night." I scrambled out and ran into the house in a panic. I didn't know how long it took before I finally fell asleep. When the alarm went off for the third time, I finally struggled to poke my head out from under the covers. I have an 8 a.m. class today. Ugh. Whatever. There's no time, Mom. I'll grab something to eat at school. I frantically rushed over to campus. I received a message from Lu Qingyuan. P.O.R. the National Day holiday is almost here. Poor smiles. I'll take you out to have some fun. 722. I replied with an okay. And quickly slipped into the classroom. Lin Song had already saved a seat for me. I plopped down into the chair and raised a hand to smooth down my bedhead. What took you so long? Look at you, all flustered, like a thief in the night. Don't even mention it. I didn't sleep well last night. Didn't sleep well. Fess up. Were you up late chatting with the gorgeous Lu? How far along are you two now? Did you hold hands? Kiss? Or maybe. What nonsense are you spouting? It's not going that fast. We just made things official not too long ago. So what? Lu Qingyuan is so devoted to you. What are you waiting for? Waiting for someone else to snatch her away? I feel like what he said makes a lot of sense. My heart instantly started racing. The moment class ended, my phone buzzed. It was a message from Lu Qingyuan. I am at the school gate. Come straight here in a bit. Ooh, is she here to pick you up from school again? You're really something, Ah Chen. Boss Lu is playing her role way too well. Ha ha ha. Have a great date tonight. I glared at him, then turned and walked toward Lu Qingyuan's car. The car was quiet for a few seconds, then Lu Qingyuan's delighted laughter rang out. What are we having for dinner? Let's go grocery shopping at the supermarket. I'll cook for you when we get home. You know how to cook? Yeah. Do it yourself, and you'll never go hungry. The car pulled up to a high-end fresh food supermarket. As soon as we walked in, we drew quite a few stares. Such a stunning couple. People couldn't help but take a second look. What do you want to eat? Braised pork? The kind that's stewed until it's super tender. Okay, Lu Qingyuan agreed. 180199 pushing the cart toward the fresh produce section. I looked at the low-key, yet luxurious villa in front of me, my eyes wide. This is your house? Yeah, come on in. There was a brand new pair of men's slippers in the shoe cabinet at the entryway. It was obvious they were specially prepared for me. Change your shoes. I had my assistant get them for you. No one's worn them. I changed my shoes and followed Lu Qingyuan into the kitchen, rolling up my sleeves. Let me help you. Lu Qingyuan didn't refuse. She handed me the vegetables, then helped me wash the vegetables. Yeah, the two of us split the work. I'll handle the meat. The kitchen was soon filled with the warm scent of cooking. Ah Chen, help me get the sugar out. I can't reach it. I reached my arm over her head and easily grabbed the sugar jar. She turned to look at me, and our eyes met. My Adam's apple bobbed. Like I was possessed, I lowered my head. I watched her eyelashes flutter, then jumped back in shock. Lu Qingyuan watched my fleeing figure and chuckled softly. Ha ha ha. It wasn't long before an enticing aroma drifted from the kitchen. Come eat. Try the rib soup I've been stewing. It should suit your taste. I drank the soup quietly. Right at that moment, Lin Song sent a voice message. I was going to use voice to text, but accidentally tapped the speaker instead. Ah Chen, how far along are you two anyway? Did you guys kiss? I hurriedly turned off my phone and started coughing violently. Lu Qingyuan gently patted my back, looking at me with a half smile. Did we kiss? The tips of my ears turned beet red again. I grabbed a tissue and wiped my mouth in a panic. Heh, I won't tease you anymore. Eat up. The meat is getting cold. It'll take you home after you finish eating. I kept my head down and stuffed my face. I couldn't even taste the braised pork. After dinner, Lu Qingyuan drove me home. I unbuckled my seatbelt, ready to flee. Arent, you going to say goodnight? Ah Chen. Good night, Sister Qingyuan. Drive safe. I locked myself in my bedroom right away. My heart was still racing when Lin Song sent a message. How'd it go? Did you score with the gorgeous CEO Lu? Lin Song, are you trying to get me killed? Lu Qingyuan heard every single voice message you sent this afternoon. I was cringing so hard my toes were curling. How do you have the nerve to say that stuff? I was just joking around. Tell me, how did she react when she heard it? Can you be serious for a second? We just had dinner, that's all. Next time you go to her place, wear a suit, have a romantic candlelit dinner, and then just shut up. If you keep talking nonsense, we're done. Ha ha ha. All right, I'll shut up. A minute before she got off work, Lu Qingyuan's phone suddenly rang. The caller ID showed it was the family estate. Oh, my precious granddaughter. It's been ages since you came back to see your grandma. Grandma, I've been waiting for you for so long. My eyes hurt. When are you coming back to see this old lady? I knew my grandma too well. Every time she said she missed me, 9 times out of 10, it was just an excuse. She probably just wanted to pry into my love life again. I'll head back right after work. Oh, wonderful. I had the kitchen make some soup for you. It'll be waiting for you when you get back. Lu Qingyuan looked at her phone, which was already beeping with a busy signal. She really is my biological grandma. She got up and packed her things, and casually opened her chat with me. Grandma just called and urged me to go back to the family estate. I won't be able to pick you up tonight. At that moment, I was drawing up some designs. Okay, I actually have to work pretty late today anyway. Working on what? The design I told you about before. I have to submit it before the National Day holiday. I can only enjoy the holiday in peace after it's handed in. Alright, don't stay up too late. Text me when you get home. Lu Qingyuan put her phone away and went downstairs. President Lu. Well, the old madam called me just now. She was pressing me about you and Mr. Shi. She asked for all the details. I really couldn't hold her off. So, I told her that you two are dating. Lu Qingyuan slowly opened her eyes and shot her a sidelong glance. Chen Sweating's back stiffened instantly. She gripped the steering wheel tightly and even held her breath. If there is a next time, you won't be working by my side anymore. Chen Shuning quickly replied. Understood. I won't ever do it again. The young miss is back. The old madam has been talking about you since this afternoon. She's waiting for you in the living room right now. Lu Qingyuan opened the car door and stepped out. I know. Is that Qingyuan? Oh, my granddaughter is finally back. But her gaze swept right over Lu Qingyuan's shoulder. What are you looking for, Grandma? Aren't I right here? I'm looking for my grandson-in-law. Where is the Shia boy? Why did you come back alone? I thought you were bringing him over for me to see. Has busy with a deadline. He has to submit it before the National Day holiday. I'll bring him back next time. Wang Ma brought over a cup of hot tea right on cue. The smile on the old lad's face vanished without a trace in an instant. What a letdown. I'm going upstairs to rest. It's your house anyway. Make yourself at home. I had the kitchen save some soup for you. Eat it or don't. Looking at the old lad's huffy retreating figure, a helpless smile surfaced in Lu Qingyuan's eyes. I've figured it out. My future husband hasn't even come to visit yet, and my place in Grandma's heart has already plummeted. Miss, the old madam is just anxious. Why don't you go upstairs and change into something comfortable first? Dinner is all set. The old madam specifically kept an eye on the kitchen. To stew your favorite black-bone chicken soup with dendrobium. Okay, Qingyuan, come down and eat. Come over and sit. We're just waiting for you. Lu Qingyuan had just sat down in the empty seat when she heard a clear and forceful sound beside her. Himph. What's wrong now? We're having a nice dinner. Why are you still so mad? What do you think? It's your precious granddaughter making me mad. She's got a boyfriend now, but she's hiding him like it's some huge secret. She won't even bring him back for us to meet. Is that true, Qingyuan? Is it that young man we met at our family's Mid-Autumn Festival banquet? Yeah, we haven't been together for long. As an introverted person, he was afraid he wouldn't be comfortable meeting the elders, so I didn't want to bring him over so suddenly. Once he's more comfortable, I'll bring him back to officially meet you all. Plus, he's been rushing to finish some artwork before National Day. He's so busy he barely has time to eat. Since you two are dating, treat him well. Old Master Lu also nodded. Since you've made up your mind, just date him with a steady heart. Our Lu family doesn't care for superficial things. Treating the young man with true sincerity is better than anything else. Don't act like those restless young people who mess around. Lu Qingyuan looked up and replied, her eyes full of earnestness. I know, Grandpa. The old lad's expression quietly softened. She placed a piece of Lu Qingyuan's favorite spare ribs into her bowl and said stubbornly, just eat your food. Even food can't shut you up. After dealing with her family's endless pressure to get married, she picked up her phone and saw there were no messages from me. Still feeling uneasy, she asked, are you not home yet? Did you finish your drawings? Oh crap. I was so focused on telling my parents the good news about finishing my art that I completely forgot to tell Lu Qingyuan I got home safe. Sister Qingyuan, I'm home. I just had dinner with my parents and we got carried away talking. I forgot to let you know I was safe. My art is done. The submission is all sorted. I'm glad it's finished. You must be exhausted. I'm okay. My lower back is just a bit sore from sitting so long. By the way, have you eaten? I ate. My family knows about us now. They're even pushing me to bring you home. Oh, my vacation starts a day later than yours. Once I finish sorting out my current work, how about I take you to a hot spring in the neighboring city? My friend's resort hasn't officially opened yet, so we can go try it out. It'll also help you relax and soothe your sore back. Sure, but I don't really know your friends. Will it be awkward? I'll be there. I won't let it be awkward for you. They saved the best scenic suite for us. We can even watch the sunrise in the morning. It won't be noisy even with people around. The day before the holiday, I had just handed my design draft to the professor when my phone rang. It was Lin Song calling. I smiled and answered, Hey, HN, are you done submitting your drafts? Hurry up and come out once you're done. Come shopping with me. What do you need to buy right now? You'll know in a bit. Aren't you going to the hot springs with the beautiful Miss Lu? Don't you need to buy a new swimsuit? Heh. Anyway, Lu Qingyuan's holiday starts a day later than mine. There's still time to pack tomorrow. A message from Lu Qingyuan popped up. I casually replied, I'll finish up my work tomorrow morning. Well, head to the neighboring city right after lunch. The drive won't take too long. Okay, you don't need to pack too much. They have everything over there. Just bring a light jacket. It gets a bit chilly at night. And pack some basic medicine, just in case. Got it, Sister Qingyuan. Get some rest early too. The next day, I suddenly sprang up from the bed. Ah, crap, I overslept. Mom, what's wrong? Why the panic? Mom, I woke up late. Could you help me pack my luggage? Don't panic, it's no big deal. Mom will help you pack. Go wash up first. I promise it won't delay your trip. I breathed a sigh of relief. I turned around and ran back to the bathroom. After getting ready, I walked into the living room. A car horn sounded from outside the door. Ah, that must be Sister Qingyuan. I grabbed my suitcase and walked out. Lin Wanqing followed behind me. Hello, Auntie. She watched me put the suitcase in the trunk. She smiled and said to Lin Wanqing, Auntie, well, be heading out now. I'll bring Ah Chen back when the holiday is over. All right, be careful on the road. Lin Wanqing smiled and reminded us. Are we heading straight to the neighboring city? Or are we eating first before we leave? Let's grab a bite to eat first. I asked Zhang Rui. Dinner is served late at the resort. We should have some lunch first. We can have a proper dinner once we get there. Sounds good. I'll follow your lead. Not far from the highway entrance, Lu Qingyuan found a home-style restaurant. She familiarly found a window seat and sat down. See what you want to eat. It's all home-style cooking. It should suit your taste. I took the menu and flipped through a couple of pages. What do you want to eat? I'm fine with anything. Then I'll order a few of your favorites. Waiter, stir-fried seasonal vegetables, stir-fried pork with chili peppers, and braised pork, and pork rib soup with corn. Eat up. It's going to be a long drive. Upon arriving at the hot spring resort, Lu Qingyuan naturally hooked her arm through mine. As we walked into the hotel lobby, President Lu, you've finally arrived. Your reserved exclusive suite is ready. They'll take you there right now. Manager Zhang, the person in charge of the resort, had been waiting on the side for a long time. Lu Qingyuan gave a slight nod. Such an aloof, Lu Qingyuan. It's so nice that she only shows her gentle side to me. President Lu, we're here. He swiped open the electronic lock and stepped aside to let us in. All the facilities inside have been fully set up. If you need anything, you can press the call button in the room. Understood. Lu Qingyuan replied indifferently. The door was closed. I looked around and didn't see any sign of a second room at all. Why is there only one room? Where am I staying? I whipped my head around to look at Lu Qingyuan. A hint of slyness flashed in Lu Qingyuan's eyes. I'm just teasing you, ha ha ha. This is a suite. You take the inner bedroom. I'll sleep in the outer room. Don't worry. Let's rest a bit before unpacking. I carried my suitcase into the inner room. When I finished quickly tidying up and walked out, I saw Lu Qingyuan answering her phone. Hello? Qingyuan, we're over here at the hot springs. Have you guys arrived yet? Come join us for a dip. You guys go ahead. No need to wait for us. Well, rest a bit and head over later. Then we won't interrupt your couple's time. Have fun. Lu Qingyuan's gaze swept over my slightly tired face. Take a seat for a moment. I'm going to take a shower. Not long after, Lu Qingyuan walked over and sat down beside me. Are you hungry? I'll have the kitchen send dinner over. We can go to the hot springs after we eat. Okay. After finishing dinner, Lu Qingyuan asked. Zhang Rui and the others went to the resort's billiard room. Do you want to relax in the hot spring first, or head to the billiard room to say hi to them? I thought about it for a moment and said, I'd like to relax in the hot spring first. A fleeting, barely noticeable hint of joy instantly flashed through Lu Qingyuan's eyes. All right, go change into your swimsuit then. The two of us arrived at a private hot spring pool. Surrounded by bamboo groves, the privacy here was excellent. Didn't you want to soak in the hot spring? Why aren't you coming in? After we soaked quietly for a while, Lu Qingyuan reached her hand out to me. Let's go. Soaking too long can make you dizzy. Let's go to the steam room for a bit, to sweat it out, then head back to rest. I grabbed a bathrobe from the lounge chair nearby and draped it over her shoulders. I know. Meanwhile, the resort's billiard room was brightly lit. Manager Zhang, did Qingyuan take someone to the hot springs? Manager Zhang quickly nodded. Yes. Miss Lu and Mr. Shi just went to the private hot spring area. Shen Wenwen sat on the sofa nearby. Qingyuan didn't ask for an extra room? No, she didn't. Miss Shen, Miss Lu raised no objections, nor did she ask us to add an extra room. Haha, see? I told you Qingyuan would definitely be satisfied with my arrangement. If you end up upsetting my brother-in-law, it'd be a miracle if Qingyuan doesn't deal with you later. I even prepared a little surprise for them. Back in the room, Lu Qingyuan took out her phone and sent a message to Zhang Rui. Lu Qingyuan frowned. Little surprise? The little surprise Zhang Rui mentioned was actually her cutting the power. These terrible friends really just want to watch the world burn. The resort isn't officially open yet. Could it be that the renovations aren't finished, and there's a problem with the circuit? The ghost stories Lin Song told me before instantly flooded my mind. Sister Qingyuan, are you in there? Why did the power suddenly go out? It's fine. It's fine. It's probably just a short circuit. Are you scared? Want to sleep in here with me? Heh, come in. Morning sunlight filtered through the gap in the curtains. I groggily opened my eyes and carefully withdrew the hand I had resting on Lu Qingyuan. But the person beside me suddenly snapped her eyes open. Good morning, Sister Qingyuan. Lu Qingyuan gave a sweet smile. Let's get up. Go wash up and well have breakfast. Later I'll take you to play golf. We can get some fresh air. I dashed into the bathroom at lightning speed. Lu Qingyuan's eyes were filled with deep, unwavering affection. After breakfast, Lu Qingyuan's phone rang. Let me take this call. Hello? Okay, I'll head over right now. I know Lu Qingyuan is always busy with work. There are always emergencies popping up. The fact she could even make time to come on vacation with me is already the result of her squeezing every last second. I'm sorry, baby. I have some urgent work to handle. I'll have someone take you to the golf course first. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done. It should only take about half an hour. It's okay. Go ahead. I'll just wait for you over there. Take your time. Seeing how understanding I was, Lu Qingyuan pressed a gentle kiss to my forehead. Be good. I'll be right there. With that, she called over a resort waiter. Take good care of him. This way, Mr. Shi. I'll take you to the golf course. Following the waiter, I got into the golf cart. I felt both excited and a little nervous. This is my first time playing golf, and it's with Lu Qingyuan. Mr. Xie, you can just wait for CEO Lu right here. Let me know anytime if you need anything. Okay, thank you. I walked into the resting area and sat down. A few men were sitting around the next table. They exchanged a glance, instantly reaching a silent agreement. Humph, any random stray thinks they can just waltz in here. How shameless. He really needs to take a good look in the mirror. One of the men sneered. This is a public resting area. I can sit wherever I want. But you guys should wash your mouths out before you speak. Don't pollute the air in here. Who the hell are you talking to? Seeing things go south, the waiter quickly stepped in front of me. He urged them anxiously. Gentlemen, let's talk this out. Let's not ruin the peace. This is the resort's public area. You can't cause trouble here, or it'll disturb the other guests. But the men weren't listening at all. Banking on the fact that Zhang Rui brought them here, they became even more aggressive. I slowly picked up my glass and took a sip of water. The commotion drew the attention of Jiang Rui and the other two. Shen Wenwen put down her golf club. What's going on over there? Let's go take a look. She took the lead and walked toward the resting area. Jiang Rui and Zhao Qin followed closely behind. The man ran over to complain to Jiang Rui. Boss Jiang, this guy just started cursing at me. Just then, Lu Qingyuan walked up to my side and spoke. What is going on here? Taking advantage of my absence. To bullying my man. Apologize. We're so sorry. We were blind not to recognize who he was. Please be the bigger person, and forgive us. I set down my glass of water and looked up at Lu Qingyuan. My eyes held a hint of questioning. Lu Qingyuan instantly read my mind. Have someone take them away and deal with them. Don't let them be an eyesore here. My Chen is kind-hearted. He can't stand looking at filth. Lu Qingyuan's expression didn't soften in the slightest. Her tone carried obvious displeasure. Those guys get to drink red wine, while my man is stuck here, drinking water and suffering grievances. You're wronging us, Qingyuan. We genuinely didn't know when brother-in-law arrived. We were playing golf over there the whole time. Yeah, Sister Qingyuan, we could mistreat anyone, but never our brother-in-law. Hurry up and bring over our vintage red wine, and prepare a table full of exquisite pastries. Shen Wenwen stepped forward with a solemn expression. She reached out her hand to me and offered a sincere apology. Brother-in-law, it was our fault for not taking good care of you just now. We made you suffer a grievance. Please don't take it to heart. Apologizing is fine, but there's no need to shake hands. Shen Wenwen pouted. Stingy. Lu Qingyuan gave her a sidelong glance, her eyes filled with undisguised possessiveness. I watched this scene unfold and can't help but smile. It's okay. What happened just now wasn't your fault. Hello, MC Chen. After chatting for a bit, we head to the golf course together. Want to play? I'd love to, but I'm not really good at it. I used to stay cooped up at home all day like a total shut-in. And look at me now, watching everyone else have a blast, while I don't know the first thing about it. I'm totally clueless. That's fine, I'll teach you. Come on, let's go get you some hands-on experience. Hand in hand, the two of us walk toward the equipment area deeper in the golf course. The three people behind us stand frozen on the spot. Is that still the Qingyuan we know? Looks like Qingyuan has really fallen for him. To be able to change Qingyuan like this guy is definitely something else. We need to pay closer attention from now on. The three of them exchange a glance, then nod solemnly. Meanwhile, Lu Qingyuan has already led me to the equipment area. A staff member quickly approaches us. Hello, how can I help you? We're just testing the feel to see if it's a good fit. Lu Qingyuan picks out a men's club for me, with the right length and weight. It feels pretty comfortable. This is the one. I grip it and give it a couple of practice swings, looking up and nodding at Lu Qingyuan. Lu Qingyuan leads me to an open driving range and demonstrates a standard swing first. Her swing is smooth and powerful. The white ball instantly goes flying, landing right near the hole in the distance. I look at her with eyes full of admiration. Wow, Qingyuan, you're amazing. Don't worry, you can do it too. Come here, I'll teach you. Don't grip the club too tightly. Just use your fingertips. Otherwise, your swing will be too stiff. Lu Qingyuan places her hands over mine on the club, her fingers overlapping with mine. Bend your knees a little more. Lean forward. That's just the right angle. This keeps your center of gravity stable. Relax. If your body is too tense, it'll ruin your swing. I try my best to relax, raising my arms back and swinging forward with force. Although the ball flies out, it completely veers off course. I lower my head in frustration. I messed that up. It's okay. You did great for your first try. Let's try again. It'll help you find the right angle this time. Lu Qingyuan says comfortingly. She leans in close to me again. Keep your eyes on the ball. Relax your shoulders. Use your core to power the swing, not your arms. My mind is completely dizzy. Focus. Look at the ball. Oh, right. I snap back to reality, with Lu Qingyuan guiding me. I swing the club again. This time, though the ball doesn't go in the hole, it lands perfectly on the fairway. I spin around in excitement. I did it, Qingyuan. I throw my arms around Lu Qingyuan, my eyes sparkling with joy. Lu Qingyuan naturally hugs me back. I told you you could do it. Give me a kiss, will you? I lean in slowly. After lunch, I go back to my room for a nap. Lu Qingyuan receives a text from Jiang Rui. Qingyuan, are you done eating? Come up and play mahjong. We're one short. When I wake up, the room is completely empty. Lu Qingyuan is nowhere to be seen. A faint sense of disappointment washes over me. I pull out my phone. I went to hang out with Jiang Rui and the others in the mahjong room upstairs. If you want to come find me when you wake up, sure. Just have the waiter bring you up. Hello, please take me to the mahjong room upstairs. Right away, Mr. C. Right this way, the waiter replied respectfully. The elevator went straight to the entertainment area upstairs. The waiter led the way. Arriving at the door of a mahjong room, he knocked gently. Miss Lu, Mr. Shi is here. Come in. I pushed the door open and walked in. Lu Qingyuan smiled sweetly. My agent is here for me. I won't be playing mahjong with you all anymore. The 2 days of leisure flashed by. The car slowly drove away from the resort. Such a beautiful, precious woman is actually my girlfriend. I really am so lucky. What are you thinking about? Smiling so happily. Nothing much. Just thinking the scenery at the resort was really nice. I want to come back next time. All right, I'll bring you here again next time. The car drove smoothly on the highway. I slowly drifted off to sleep. The car stopped at her villa. She gently woke me up. I groggily opened my eyes. Lu Qingyuan, where are we? It's too late. Just stay at my place tonight. I'll take you back tomorrow. Sleepy. I followed her to the bedroom and went to sleep. Early the next morning, I looked at the hearty breakfast on the dining table, and a wave of warmth instantly filled my heart. Lu Qingyuan picked up a spoon and served me a bowl of pork and century egg congee. She even carefully blew on it for me, remembering my preferences so clearly. Eat up. It won't taste good if it gets cold. After breakfast, I'll take you to the supermarket. When we get back at noon, I'll show off my cooking skills. How about I make your favorite sweet and sour pork ribs and sweet and sour pork? Sounds great. Let's eat quickly then. My soul was instantly snatched away by the thought of good food. I nodded repeatedly. Seeing my excited look, don't rush. Eat slowly. By the way, your family is around these few days, right? Yeah, they are. My parents and my sister didn't go anywhere for the holidays. They've just been staying home every day. Why couldn't Chen hear the hidden meaning in my words? Then he'll probably drop you off before dinner, just in time for the meal. But I still didn't get what she meant. I just casually agreed. Now Lu Qingyuan was actually a bit mad. She put down her chopsticks. See, Chen. She called my name, enunciating every syllable. What's wrong? Did I do something wrong? Huh? I just said to drop you off at home before dinner. Didn't it cross your mind to invite me for dinner at your place? My hand trembled in fright. My eyes were filled with panic. Oh, you want to eat at my house? Then let's go. You want to go to my house for dinner? Isn't it a bit too early? Just thinking about it, my heart felt both nervous and frantic. We've only been together for over 3 months. Early. Over 3 months is early? I wish that on the first day we got together, I could have gone to meet your parents. Besides, if I don't hurry up and meet your parents, what if you change your mind one day? That little bit of hesitation in my heart vanished into thin air instantly. How could I ever change my mind? So you agree then? Then I'll let my mom know in a bit and ask her to make a few extra dishes. Humph. After breakfast, Lu Qingyuan drove me to the biggest supermarket in the city. Why are you buying this? Don't you have toiletries at your place? I'm buying them for you. If you're going to live at my place from now on, you can't just keep using my stuff, right? I prepared this set just for you. You can use it whenever. I was secretly thrilled. She's treating me like family, planning for our future together. It feels so nice. Once we got home, the phone Lu Qingyuan placed on the coffee table suddenly started ringing. I subconsciously glanced at the caller ID. My heart skipped a beat. I quickly grabbed the phone and walked toward the kitchen. Your phone is ringing. The caller ID says Grandma. Put it on speaker for me. My dear granddaughter. So you still know how to answer the phone? I was just busy. What's up, Grandma? You're asking me what's up? When you left the house last time, didn't you promise me clearly that you'd bring my grandson-in-law to see me during the holidays? It's been days since the holidays started. When are you going to have time to bring Chen over to our place for a meal? The words grandson-in-law rang in my ears. I stood there, completely at a loss for what to do. Grandma, I still have a few things to handle these next few days. Once I'm done with this busy period, I'll bring him over to see you. Busy, busy, busy. You're always busy. I think you're just doing it on purpose. Look how old you are, and you still can't even lock down a partner. How dare you make excuses to me? You're all looks and no use. I looked up at Lu Qingyuan. She was clearly dumbfounded by the old lady's scolding. This was the very first time I'd seen Lu Qingyuan looking so flustered. After holding it in for a few seconds, I finally couldn't help but burst out laughing. Your grandma is too cute. All looks and no use. Ha ha ha. Is it that funny? Not funny. Ha ha ha. Not funny at all. I just thought seeing that expression on your face for the first time was way too funny. Ha ha ha. I laughed for a solid 5 minutes before I gradually calmed down. I made a funny face at her and turned around to walk toward the living room. Keep busy. I'm gonna go watch TV. A little past 4 p.m., Lu Qingyuan and I, carrying 2 large bags of gifts, walked into the Shi family's living room. She earnestly greeted my family, Mom, Dad, and my sister, followed behind Lu Qingyuan, with smiles on their faces. Lu Qingyuan walked over to Grandpa Xie, who was sitting in the seat of honor on the sofa. She calmly pulled an exquisite wooden box out of the bag in her hand and handed it to him. Grandpa Xie opened the wooden box, and his eyes instantly lit up. Qingyuan, you really do know me best. This calligraphy brush is quite a treasure. Wanqing, hurry and have the kitchen serve dinner. Qingyuan and Chen must be hungry after their trip here. The meal was warm and lively. Everyone had contented smiles on their faces. Uncle, Auntie, Grandpa, it's getting late. I still have some work matters to handle on my end, so I'll be heading back now. Leaving so soon? Why don't you sit a little longer? It wouldn't hurt to have a cup of tea before you go. No thank you, auntie. I'll drink tea with you next time I get the chance. Lu Qingyuan smiled and shook her head. Her gaze swept past me, hiding a trace of imperceptible tenderness in her eyes. Sorry for troubling you all today. The food was delicious. No need to be so polite. Come visit often from now on. No matter how busy work gets, take care of your health. Thank you for caring, uncle. Seeing this, everyone stood up one by one to see her out. I stood up as well, feeling a bit reluctant to let her go. I silently followed behind the crowd toward the courtyard outside. I'll be taking off now, then. Grandpa, uncle, auntie, please, don't see me any further. Okay, stay safe on the road. At the villa gates, Lu Qingyuan once again bid farewell to everyone. Chen, I'm heading out. Call me if anything comes up. Yeah, be careful on the way. When I woke up the next day, I saw the message Lu Qingyuan sent last night and quickly replied. I went to bed early last night. Do you still have to work today? I'm about to join the project team. All right, make sure you eat well. Don't overwork yourself. Lu Qingyuan's reply was, as always, filled with care. The pleasant vacation passed in a flash. I officially returned to campus for classes. After class, right as I walked out of the classroom, I received a message from Lu Qingyuan. Chen, I'm going on a business trip to Jiang City this afternoon. Huh? Why so suddenly? Yeah. The issues with the industrial park project from earlier haven't been resolved. Coordinating with multiple parties yielded no results. I have to go handle it personally. My heart sank. How many days will you be gone? I'm not sure yet. If things go smoothly, half a month. If the situation gets complicated, it might take 2 months. I stared at the screen, not knowing what to say. Should I wish her a safe trip or tell her that I'll miss her? Do you have class this afternoon? I'm missing you a bit. I have one class this afternoon. It ends around 2:40. 123. Can I go see you off? My flight is at 5 p.m. I have a meeting at noon. I'll eat something after the meeting. Wait for me at home. I was completely distracted during my afternoon class. I finally made it through and immediately hailed a cab at the school gate. The taxi pulled up to the villa gates. Chen, I missed you. If you have to be gone for 2 months, won't you be gone until New Year's? The two of us just held each other quietly. The air was thick with the reluctance to part. After a long while, is your luggage all packed? No, I just got back from my meeting. Help me pack. Okay, right after we finished packing, Lu Qingyuan's phone rang. Miss, I've arrived at the villa. I'm waiting for you outside. She picked up her suitcase and grabbed my hand. Chen, come with me to the airport, okay? Just to keep me company a little longer. I'll have the driver take you home afterward. I used to think that the drive from the villa to the airport, this 1-hour journey, was exceptionally long. But today, it went by so fast it made my heart race. Lu Qingyuan suddenly threw herself into my arms. She didn't let go until the car came to a complete stop. From a distance, I saw 6 or 7 subordinates waiting there. My gaze instinctively swept over them. The look in one of the men's eyes as he looked at me carried obvious hostility and disdain. Let me carry that for you. Head back now. I'll handle things over there as soon as possible, and then come back to see you. Then you must stay safe. Text me when you arrive. I watched Lu Qingyuan walk into the VIP lounge before leaving. Sitting on the sofa, Lu Qingyuan gently closed her eyes, gently massaging her throbbing temples. Take a moment to catch your breath. Lu Qingyuan slowly opened her eyes, her gaze landing on the male assistant's face. He is the new assistant Chen Shuening hired a few days ago. Named Su something, I think. Forget it. I, Su Ziyang, didn't make it to where I am today by relying on luck, but through careful calculation at every step. A woman like Lu Qingyuan, with such noble status, that man is completely unworthy of standing by her side. Woman, you've sparked my competitive spirit. During this business trip, this is my best chance. That night, I received a message from Lu Qingyuan. Arrived in Jiang City. Don't worry. These emotionless words made me feel a bit uneasy. I slowly typed my reply. Okay, get some rest. I stared at the screen for a few minutes. The disappointment in my heart grew heavier. Over the next few days, our relationship remained stuck in this lukewarm state. We were so deeply in love during the holidays. How did one business trip turn it into this? Could it be that Lu Qingyuan's feelings for me were really just a fleeting novelty? Now that the novelty is worn off, she can't even bother humoring me anymore. Or maybe she's just genuinely too busy. So busy that she doesn't even have time to reply. No, it's that male assistant who has it in for me. This terrible state of our relationship has pushed my mood to rock bottom. Just then, someone from the university found me. See Chen, do you want to participate in a national art exhibition project? It'll be held in Mi City for a week. Not only will it broaden your horizons, but you'll also gain practical experience. Sure, I agreed almost instantly. I couldn't keep dwelling on romance anymore. I should focus more on my own life. Drawing is something I've loved since childhood. Rather than overthinking things here, I might as well do something meaningful. Even if Lu Qingyuan really wants to end this relationship, I can accept it calmly. Regardless of who leaves who, life still goes on. Until one night, just as I finished washing up and was about to sleep, my phone suddenly buzzed. It was actually a video call from Lu Qingyuan. The ringtone chimed again and again. I hit the answer button. Lu Qingyuan's face appeared on the screen. The background was a hotel room. An open document lay on the bedside table. She had clearly just finished working. We just stared at each other through the screen. What were you busy with? Took you long enough to answer. Just finished washing up. I was getting ready for bed. Why does it feel like you've been ignoring me lately? Is something wrong? No. I was just worried you were too busy and didn't want to bother you. Suddenly, there was a knock on Lu Qingyuan's door. Her eyes remained fixed on the screen. Boss Lu. Here are the supplementary materials for tomorrow's project. Assistant Chen is dealing with something else, so she asked me to bring them over. Just leave them there. V. Understood, Boss Lu. If you need anything else tonight, feel free to contact me. Assistant Chen might be busy until very late, but Su Ziyang didn't leave right away. He deliberately glanced toward the screen. Lu Qingyuan's tone turned a few degrees colder, with clear impatience. Only then did Su Ziyang turn and leave. On my end of the screen, I hadn't said a single word. Ah, he's Chen Shuning's assistant. He helps out with some errands. Yeah, I know. My voice remained calm, betraying no emotion. I didn't want to probe or argue. A wave of exhaustion washed over me again. A bit tired. I think I'll go to bed now. If you're still busy, you should get back to work. Lu Qingyuan looked at me, seeing I clearly didn't want to talk, a flash of helplessness and anxiety in her eyes. She could feel the distance between us. All right then, get to sleep early. After saying that, I quickly hung up the phone. Her fingertips quickly swiped across the screen, directly calling Chen Shuning. Come to my room immediately. Chen Shuning's heart suddenly sank. Not daring to delay for even a moment, Chen Shuning pushed the door open and walked in, only to meet Lu Qingyuan's eyes full of chill. You can't even manage an assistant properly. I don't think you need to be the chief assistant anymore. Su Ziyang. What on earth did that man do to make President Lu this furious? It's my negligence, President Lu. Negligence? Starting today, you will hand over all your work directly to me. No irrelevant people are allowed to interfere. Also, pass a message to that man for me. Tell him to remember his place. If he dares to harbor any more unnecessary thoughts, he can pack his bags and get the hell out. Understood? I will go warn him right now. I guarantee this won't happen again. Get out. Chen Suning felt like she had been pardoned. She quickly and quietly backed out of the room. The room returned to silence. Lu Qingyuan leaned back tiredly in her chair, raising a hand to rub her throbbing temples. Meanwhile, after I hung up the phone, I lay with my eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling. My heart ached, as if it were being pricked by needles. I don't know how I eventually fell asleep. It's almost 8 o'clock already. I still have a team meeting at school today. I can't be late. When I hurried to the meeting room door, I subconsciously smoothed my wind-tousled hair and took a deep breath before pushing the door open. At the renowned BIS Painting Exhibition Hall, Xingyu Gallery is hosting a themed art exhibition soon. The organizer specifically invited students from our school to participate in the creation. The gallery needs us to provide a batch of original paintings. They will be displayed in their exhibition hall on December 27th for a 3-day exhibition. More importantly, during the exhibition, the artist of each artwork must be present to explain their creative concepts and the stories behind their works. This is both an opportunity and a challenge. The exhibition starts on December 27th. Doesn't that mean we only have 1 month left? Professor Zhang then gave a detailed explanation of the size requirements for the artworks, the submission methods, and also answered all kinds of questions from the students. Almost everyone was fired up. Life and passion. These words are easy to say, but painting something innovative is too difficult. Oh right, a classmate mentioned a few days ago that Lin City newly developed a wetland park. It's a great place to get close to nature. Maybe it can bring me some different inspiration. Do any classmates want to go together to Lin City Wetland Park to find inspiration? We depart tomorrow. It'll take about a day. Someone replied immediately. Great, then I'll see you tomorrow. Early the next morning, I arrived at the school's south gate 10 minutes early. From afar, I saw an SUV parked by the road. A girl was sitting in the driver's seat, on her phone. As soon as I walked over, hello, my name is Shen Qinghuan. I'm a junior. Hurry and get in. I politely introduced myself. Hello, senior. I'm Xie Chen, a sophomore this year. Sorry for the trouble this time. I was stressing about not finding inspiration anyway, so it's the perfect chance to get some fresh air. Time is indeed too tight. Yeah, I just felt my thinking was too constrained at school, so I wanted to come out for a walk. The car slowly drove into the wetland park's parking lot. A damp, fresh breeze blew against my face, instantly washing away the exhaustion of the journey. The air here is amazing. It's so much more comfortable than the city. We definitely made the right choice coming here. Places this close to nature are the best for calming the mind. On the wooden boardwalk not far away, an elderly couple was walking slowly, supporting each other. Isn't this what life and passion is all about? It's not an earth-shattering confession of love, but a steady, enduring companionship. It's the unchanging warmth that remains after the passage of time. I found it. I found some inspiration too. The lighting in the reed bed and the silhouette of this couple together. It's so picturesque. We set up our easels, and were completely immersed in our own creative worlds for a while. We didn't let out a long sigh of relief until the final stroke was down. Let's take a break. It's almost noon. My stomach is starting to protest. Let's find a place nearby to grab some lunch. If we have the energy this afternoon, we can come back and add some details. Sounds good. Lunch is on me today. Don't fight me on this, senior. Haha, alright, I won't hold back then. As the two were driving and focused on finding a restaurant, my phone screen lit up with a video call request from Lu Qingyuan. I froze for a second, instinctively wanting to answer it, but looking at the navigation app calling out critical turns, I had to weigh my options. So I quickly hit the reject button instead, and tapped the voice message box. I'm using my phone for navigation right now, driving around looking for a restaurant. I'll call you when I'm done. Junior, was it a left or right turn at the intersection ahead? Let me check. Take a right, it's right there. I hurriedly pulled the navigation back up. Meanwhile, in a hotel room at Jiang's, Lu Qingyuan had just wrapped up a morning of intense meetings. Because I rejected her call, she felt a wave of disappointment. Then, she received my voice message. A girl's voice? And calling Ah Chen Jr.? Who is that girl? What's her relationship with Ah Chen? Why are they out together? Is there anyone else in the car? Has Ah Chen been cold to me lately? Because of this girl? Lu Qingyuan took a deep breath, forcing herself to calm down, but her fingertips trembled uncontrollably. She quickly tapped the text box, staring intently at her phone screen. 1 second, 2 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. JKL ZXCV. ZX, what are you doing? Who is next to you? The screen remained as quiet as ever, like a stone sinking into the ocean. This completely ignited Lu Qingyuan's fury. Unable to hold back any longer, she directly dialed my number. Shen Qingwan and I had just walked into the Chinese restaurant and found a seat by the window when my phone suddenly rang. Sorry, I need to take this. Hello? The coldness between us recently made me lose the usual intimacy I had with Lu Qingyuan. What are you doing? Welcome. I'm eating. Didn't I say I was looking for a restaurant? We just got here. Then why did you hang up my video call earlier? I told you I was using the navigation. There are so many intersections around here. If we missed it, we'd have to take a detour. I can't just pick up your call and get us both lost, can I? Then who was the girl in the voice message? Was she driving? While you were navigating from the passenger seat. I'm just out with a classmate scouting locations for inspiration. Is there a problem with that? My classmate and I are out sketching openly and honestly. It's much better than someone letting a male secretary into her hotel room in the middle of the night, isn't it? And now you have the nerve to question me. Lu Qingyuan, aren't you being completely unreasonable? I already explained that. He is Chen Shuning's assistant, not my secretary. He just came to drop off some documents. Welcome. Do documents need to be dropped off in the middle of the night? And he didn't even leave after dropping them off. Talking about contact me anytime if you need anything. Who knows if he was there to deliver documents, or for something else? Welcome. Anyway, no matter whose secretary he is. Welcome. It has nothing to do with me. I left Lu Qingyuan completely speechless. I watched the people coming and going in the shop, and thinking about how insecure I've felt lately, a surge of inexplicable anger rushed to my head. Enough with the stammering. You're just a stubborn blockhead. What did you say? Lu Qingyuan completely lost her cool. I stated firmly, I'm hanging up. I'm going to eat. I hung up the phone immediately, and shoved it into my pocket in frustration. The Jiang City project is still waiting for me to advance. I can't let my personal emotions completely cloud my judgment. I have to resolve all the issues in Jiang City as quickly as possible. The sooner, the better. Only by cleaning up the mess here can I head back immediately. Go back and teach that reckless man a lesson. How dare he hang up on me and have dinner alone with another girl? Humph. I'm definitely going to settle this score with him. Notify the heads of all departments. Gather in the emergency meeting room in 10 minutes. No matter what they're doing, they must be here on time. That night, after returning home, I sat at my desk, weighed down by my thoughts. The image of Su Ziyang delivering documents to her alone late at night kept replaying in my mind. After she finished her emergency meeting, Chen Xuaning sent me the complete disciplinary notice. The heavy stone in my chest lifted just a little. 3 days later at dusk, just as I walked out of the academic building, Lu Qingyuan stepped out of her car and walked toward me, holding my favorite roasted chestnuts. Chen, I rushed back. There are some things I really want to talk to you about. I got into the passenger seat and looked out the window. The project matters are all sorted out. You've worked hard. I've already dealt with Su Ziyang according to the rules. From now on, there won't be people like him bothering us. I could tell you were upset during the video call that day, but I failed to comfort you right away. That was my negligence. Chen, I know you've been harboring a lot of worries, but I promise this won't happen again. I'm not hung up on Su Ziyang. It's just that whenever I see someone getting too close to you, I can't help but feel insecure. I always feel like I'm just an ordinary student, and I can't keep up with your circles and experience. Chen, all our interactions are completely transparent, and I would never use my privilege to break the rules. There were things I didn't explain clearly to you beforehand, which led you to overthink. I'm sorry, Qingyuan. That day, when I went sketching with senior Shen Qingwan, it was really just to find some creative inspiration. I explained that to you a long time ago. And during that time when I was purposely avoiding you, you even had Shen Wenwen invite me to the art exhibition, just to manufacture a chance encounter. I thought it was suspicious at the time. I really couldn't find any other excuse to see you back then, so I begged my friend to invite you under the guise of work. Please don't be mad. Let me take you home first. I'll go say hi to your parents in a bit, and then take you to Uncle Zhu's kanji shop tonight. I already pre-ordered your favorite sampan kanji. You just got back from a business trip. You must be exhausted from the journey. Hurry up and come inside for a glass of water. You two should communicate openly when things happen, instead of giving each other the silent treatment. From now on, no matter who causes a misunderstanding, I will be honest with you right away. I'll never bottle it up alone, become suspicious, or push you away. And I won't just look at a single scene and make wild guesses about your classmates and friends anymore. If I feel insecure in the future, I'll tell you directly. I won't hide from you anymore. The silent treatment is really just too agonizing. After clearing the air, Lu Qingyuan suggested taking me to the Lu family's old manor on the way. You're finally willing to bring someone home. I thought you were going to hide him forever. As she said this, she secretly motioned for Wang Ma to bring out the osmanthus cake she had prepared in advance. Lu Qingyuan gave a helpless smile and pulled me down to sit. Don't think I was waiting up for you on purpose. There just happened to be some pastries left over from dinner. From now on, whenever Chen visits the old mansion, make sure the kitchen always has Jiangnan pastries ready. You two need to get along well. If you bicker again, I won't help Qingyuan smooth things over. A month later, the art exhibition came to a successful close. Lin Zihao and Zhang Jingye completely dialed it back at school. They didn't dare spread rumors anymore. Su Ziyang obediently stuck to his basic duties. He didn't dare to scheme anymore. Everyone who once caused trouble for us was finally put in their place. My painting was added to her private collection. I turned to look at the person beside me and spoke softly. I used to be so afraid that our status gap would hold us back, but now I finally understand. True love has nothing to do with status. From now on, you just focus on your studies, and I'll take care of my business. Well, always be by each other's side. No rumors or barriers. No more baseless suspicions. Well, just live our lives in peace. The evening breeze blew in through the window. Lu Qingyuan and I were completely honest with each other, and finally earned our perfect, happy ending.